Feels so good to play right now. It's insane.
Hmm.
Like,
Symmetra would have had the same treatment, but I haven't actually played her to know.
yeah, Sim's got the same treatment. Mei got a weird treatment. Mei's got like the same treatment, but it's like a low-key nerf since there's no linger effect as much. I think. Like, it feels weirder to play Mei now.
Is that for left click?
Yeah, the actual freeze. Like, I played her a little bit and it just felt so fucking weird.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Uh, um,
Hmm?
yeah. I started streaming, by the way.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Sweet, yeah. I'm just tweeting. Okay. Time to open up the game. Time to wait for all the viewerships to start rolling in, boys.
Yeah. Come on. Where's your
Come
highlight
on,
reel?
Woovo, give me a stream host, buddy. Give me all 500 of your viewers.
Can you imagine if, like, Shortfall's into anime, right? So he could actually host you. And it
Yeah,
wouldn't even be weird.
he's gonna go onto like the very bottom of Twitch. He's gonna see this random guy with the stream title Tamadu, where are you? Hopefully Nora, this single mum of yours. That I actually just realized I fucked the stream title because I didn't put
Yeah.
near in it.
There we go. Okay, it updated. Nobody saw that.
Yeah. No, hopefully no one saw that. I'm just gonna refresh. Oh man, look at that. Hopefully no one saw that. Oh, never mind. It hasn't fucking done it yet. What the fuck? Um. I'm just gonna look at my stream to make sure it's actually fine. I'll just give it like 2 more minutes. God, I am not looking forward to doing that Scooby-Doo voice, man, honestly. I'm gonna kill myself doing that one.
Yep.
I took your advice, though, and my brother said the exact same advice. You get some nice room temperature water and sip on it.
Yep.
So I'm gonna try doing that. So hopefully that won't be nearly as bad now. But in saying that, alright, sweet, and the video's getting recorded as well. Alright, don't think there's anything else. I'm just gonna close a bunch of stuff. There goes the pawn. There goes more pawn. There goes even more pawn.
We're gonna be here a while if you close the wall.
Okay, just deleting system 32.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Gonna brick my computer real quick. BRB. Okay. Doesn't matter which one I load. Alright, I should really do a TLDR. Because I didn't record the broadcast yesterday because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So, pretty much, I was rehearsing this in the shower this morning. I had to take 2 cold showers to play this game. Pretty much, your name is... We are Mitsuki. We are a failure of a cram school student. We've moved to Tokyo to try and chase our dream of being actually successful. The Japanese dream, as I'm sure many would put it. And the reason that we have to attend this cram school is because 5 years ago, our mother was in a serious accident and was paralyzed from the waist down. As a result, we decided to stay home in, I can't remember the bloody town, and pretty much just be a country hick and stop our studies and help our mum get along with life. As a result, though, we are now 23. We've gone to cram school and we can't make any friends. We can't really talk to anyone because they're all 18-year-olds, a bunch of loners who enjoyed their lives. And the story picked up from there, where we went to a small little playground and we met this 5-year-old. And as you do, after being a 5-year-old, we invited her back to our place because her mother was currently away, so she had no adult supervision. We decided that the most sane and logical thing to do would be to invite this crying, distraught 5-year-old, who, by the way, sounded like a mix of Randy Savage and Scooby-Doo, to our apartment, which just so happens to be next door to where this kid lives. And to cut a long story short, we are now friends with this kid, and her mother comes along. Her mother's this hot, smoking 24-year-old single mum. God bless the US of A for allowing this game to exist. And she pretty much explained her life story. To cut another long story short, I'm not kidding, this was fucking an hour worth of text I had to go through with all this bullshit dialogue. And she pretty much said, yeah, I was disowned by my family for being a upstart 18-year-old. I was academically really good, but I had a unprotected sexual encounter with my at-time boyfriend, and he left to go study along. I got pregnant as a result of this, and when she told her dad, the dad, being a Japanese elderly man, of course, disowned her instantly, kicked her out of the house, had nowhere left to go. And so, as a result of telling the guy this, he is going to look after the 5-year-old in exchange for her, the academically gifted student. Don't know why the fuck I couldn't think of the word then. They're going to look. She's going to teach him stuff, and the underlying implication of all this is that at the end of this, I'm going to see her very nice assets, and I'm going to learn from these assets. Wink. That was a pretty sloppy explanation of it. Again, I'm sorry that I didn't record it yesterday, but I didn't know how to because I'm a pea-brain. Other than that, I don't think I missed anything. And, yeah, so we're pretty much picking up where it is at the moment, so we're going to look after the kid on the weekends. And so, I guess that's all there is to it, so let's get down to it. And so, that's Saturday. Oh, fuck. Okay. So, Kyoko is the nice, hot, single MILF that you see right here. She's got a bit of a baby face. And her voice is very soft and feminine, as you do. Alright, Tama. I want you to be on your very best behavior. Tama is the pouty little kid down here that you see. As I said earlier, she's basically Randy Savage. So,
I'm always on my best behavior.
well, I wonder. While Kyoko tries to discipline her daughter, I glance curiously around the Himuro's home. As far as I can tell, it's pretty much the same as mine. Kyoko's apartment is comprised of a small kitchen, a bathroom, and a 6 tatami mat square. Oh, tatami mat square that triples as a dining room, living room, and a bedroom. I can't see any futons, but I imagine they're folded away inside the sliding cupboards. The layouts of our rooms might be identical, but everything else is completely different. Kyoko's walls are lined with bookshelves which contain not only colourful spines, it looks like there's some hardback cookery books mixed with a few novels and some girly manga, but a few potted succulents, picture frames, and a snow globe. There's a television in one corner that's almost as dated as my own, with several stuffed toys sitting around it. A large glossy poster has been taped to one of the closet doors, which bears an image of 2 anime girls in colourful dresses. Wink. They look like characters from one of Tama's magical girl shows. In fact, a large portion of this room seems to be given up to Tama and her interests, such as the stuffed toys and the magazines. There's something very homey about this room, and I feel welcome as soon as I cross the threshold. At least, I would, if Tama wasn't scowling at me. Did I do something to offend her already? I've been in Kyoko's apartment for less than 5 seconds. The crazy bitch. Now, Mitsuki is gonna take care of you while I'm away at work. Don't give him any hassle, alright?
But why is Mitsuki here? It isn't fair. You don't usually work on weekends, Mama. You're meant to stay here with me.
I know that, dear, but Mitsuki offered to look after you so I can take on a few extra shifts.
But that's not fair. I want to play with you, not smelling Mitsuki.
Hey, I don't smell.
Yes, you do.
Tama points a small, stubby finger in my direction.
You smell, you smell, you smell.
Irk. I'm pretty sure I don't smell, but when she says it 3 times like this... now I'm starting to doubt myself. So, what is it that I smell of, exactly?
Oh boy!
How descriptive. Well, at least I don't smell of fermented soybeans. That would be even worse. Well, right back at you, punk. Oh shit, dude. This guy's just throwing mad fire.
Yeah, man.
He fuck me. He ain't no fuckboy.
I'm not a punk.
No, you're worse. You're an annoying little girl, and you smell like one too. Yeah.
Where?
I rest my hand against Tama's head and give her hair a forceful rustle. She glares up at me from beneath her disordered bangs, her lips pursed into a fearsome pout.
Girls don't smell, stupid.
Yes, they do. He's spitting mad facts.
No, we don't. Girls smell nice, like flowers and kittens. Boys are the ones who smell of dirt and bugs and snails.
And what do snails smell of exactly?
Boys!
Now, that's irrefutable logic. Her answer is so tautologically perfect, I can't think of a single response. Kids can be pretty smart in their own warped ways. Tama, you're being very rude to Mitsuki. Apologize at once.
I won't.
Now look here. Kyoko presses her hands against her hips and returns Tama's sullen glare with one of her own. If I come home and I find you've made difficult for Mitsuki, I'm going to be very, very cross with you.
I don't care.
You will care when you're eating green peppers for the next month, young lady. All the color drains from Tama's cheeks. Her face is impressively white, as though she's swollen head first into a bin of flour. Well, that was easy. Now, are you going to behave?
Well, if that's what Mama wants, I'll do my best, but...
Tama kicks the floor. Ow! And folds her arms.
Mitsuki still smells.
What the fuck is this? Sweats. Now.
Yeah, it's a sweat drop.
Okay. Colon, sweats, colon. Now, Tama, it's not nice to say things like that.
But it's true.
I see she's determined to hate me then. Well, it's not like I blame her. Inviting Tama into my home was one thing, but going into hers is another. It must feel like I'm intruding on her alone time with her mother, and based on what Kyoko told me, Tama doesn't get to see her all that much as it is. Tama might have considered me a friend when I was helping her search for her key in the park, but now I'm in her apartment and I'm nothing more than an intruder, like a territorial dog. Tama's hackles are well and truly raised, but there must be a way to relax her. What about this? I crouch down, ensuring my eyes are level with those of my mercurial little friends. If you promise to behave yourself, I'll make you something really delicious to eat for lunch.
Something delicious?
That's right. It'll be really, really yummy.
Even yummier than the food at Petit Jardin?
You bet. Petit Jardin can't even compare to my cooking.
Will it be even better than your omelette rice?
Much, much better.
Wow.
Tama's eyes glitter greedily. Is it just my imagination, or is she actually drooling? Ugh.
What are you gonna make for me, Mitsuki? I wanna know.
Now, hold your horses. That's for me to know, and you to find out.
But I wanna know now.
You can't know now. It'll spoil the surprise, but it'll be worth waiting for. I swears it. However, a cruel smile curls the corners of my lips. My food comes at a cost.
My soul?
No, not that. My cooking might be good, but it's not that good. I don't want to oversell myself here. You need to be a good girl while your mum is gone. That's all. Don't make too much noise, don't make a mess, and stop saying I smell. If you can do those 3 things, then I'll make you something good. I promise.
Well, that sounds like a pain. And you do smell. But, okay. I'll be a good girl.
Great. I knew you could do it. Now, let's get along. We don't want your mama to worry.
Okay. Have a good day of work, Mama.
I will. Thank you, Tama. And thank you too, Mitsuki. I'm glad I can rely on you. It's no problem. Just say the word and I'll come running. Wink. You ever need me? I'm only a few doors down. Wink. I appreciate it, but don't let me rely on you too much. If you do, I might never let you go. Wink. Bro, she's so thirsty.
Wink.
Wink? Winks at you with not my eye? Question mark. To my relief, Tama is as good as her word. She doesn't make too much noise, she doesn't make a mess, and she doesn't tell me that I smell, thank God. Instead, she's content to sit in front of the TV watching her favorite magical girl show. I, meanwhile, go into Kyoko's kitchen to brew myself a cup of tea. I feel almost guilty as I look around the kitchen, trying to unearth the green tea powder. Opening all these unfamiliar drawers and cupboards is making me feel like a thief. But no thief would want to steal anything from Kyoko's kitchen. There's nothing particularly valuable stashed away inside these cupboards. Maybe I'm not a thief then, but a peeping Tom? Wait. Oh fuck, isn't that even worse? During my hunt for the ever-elusive tea powder, I managed to locate a crumpled bag of flour, several tins of mackerel, and sticky bottles of various condiments, some of them duplicates. Though Kyoko's apartment is relatively clean, her kitchen cupboards are a different matter altogether. If my mother was here, she'd probably faint in the sight of this disorganized chaos. Well, maybe not faint. My mother's made of stronger stuff than that. But she'd certainly give Kyoko a quiet word. And by quiet word, I mean through chewing out. Yeah. I eventually managed to unearth the green tea powder, wedged between a half bag of shrimp potato chips, they must be one of Tama's snacks, and a bag of pasta. My objective complete. I select a mug and run it under the hot water tap before I prepare my drink. The mug I selected is a simple one, pale lilac, with a polka dot pattern. I wonder if it's one of Tama's, but it could just as easily belong to Kyoko. The thought of Kyoko putting her lips to this rim of cup is enough to turn my cheeks pink. But I try to push that unwelcome, intrusive thought to one side. Nah, bro, let that sink in. Again, I take my seat beside Tama and watch a mindless TV show with her, only half paying attention. I'm not really sure what's going on in the program, and I don't really care. Something about overcoming the darkness inside one's heart, and whatever. It's not a very complex show, but it's obviously made for kids, not grumpy 20-something guys, and Tama seems to be enjoying it, so I should let her have her fun. At least it keeps her quiet. When Tama eventually tires of the television, she turns it off and looks at me expectantly. Why is she staring at me like that? What?
Don't worry, silly Mitsuki.
So I've been upgraded from smelly to silly. I wonder which is better.
What did you think? Don't you like that show?
You actually care about my opinion?
Yeah, I want to know what you think.
Well, I guess it wasn't too bad.
Not too bad?
Tama pounds.
How can you say that? Magical pumpkin is amazing.
For little girls, maybe.
For everyone. Angelic Heart is so cool. She solves all her problems, and she beats up the bad guys. I want to be just like her. That's what I wrote at school when that teacher made us fill out career forms.
Wait, hold on. They make you write out career forms when you're like 5?
Not that I'm aware of.
Maybe she's going to one of them special schools.
Maybe she's actually older than what she's letting on.
Yeah, maybe she's an actual lolly. Oh, okay, there. Okay, well, fuck. You have to fill out career forms already? But you're still a little kid.
I might be a little kid, But I know what I wanted to when I grew up, unlike some 23-year-old slobs. I won't work in a stupid, smelly restaurant when I'm Mama's age. I'll be a warrior of love and justice.
Well, good luck with that.
Frank!
It's a good thing Tom is so young she can't detect the sarcasm in my voice. She might be a brat, but she's still pretty pure in her own way.
I'm not the only one either. 4 girls in my class said they wanted to be magical girls.
If you give out career forms to 6-year-old girls, it should be obvious you're gonna get a lot of wacky professions listed, most of them implausible. I think I wanted to be an astronaut when I was little, the rest downright impossible. And what about the boys in your class? Did they want to be magical girls too?
No, they didn't. They made fun of me. They said being a magical girl wasn't a real job.
Well, they wouldn't be wrong about that.
Most of them wanted to be superheroes.
Because that's a more suitable career choice.
And TJ said he was gonna be Godzilla.
Godzilla. Huh. It's nice to dream big, but some of these dreams are in real danger of incurring copyright strikes. Oh my god. And what are you going to do if you can't become a magical girl?
I'll be a vet, obviously.
Thomas says it like it's the most natural thing in the world. Where does this kid get all her confidence from? But I'm not gonna be...
But I'm not gonna be a vet or a florist, because those are my second and third career choices. I'm gonna be a magical girl. Mama even bought me the Shining Heart Star for my birthday.
Then you're halfway there already.
That's right. I'm gonna do my best to make my dreams come true, and I don't care what anybody says. I don't want to end up like my mama.
Like your mother? What do you mean by that, exactly?
Well, Mama used to have dreams when she was my age, but none of them came true. She couldn't do what she wanted, because she had to look after me.
Did Kyoko tell you that?
I figured it out myself. When I asked Mama what her dream was, she said it was to look after me. But that can't have been her dream from the very start, because I didn't exist when my mama was little. Mama's dream changed when I was born. It changed because of me. I'm sure Mama would be happy if she dreamed about being a magical girl. But she can't now. She's too old.
Well, that might be for the best. I frown and examine my reflection in the mug of green tea. Tama's only a little kid, but she's not stupid. She lives in a very small, cramped space with her mother, and she probably understands Kyoko better than I do. A woman forced to grow up too soon, who was never able to make her dreams come true. Is that who Kyoko really is? I wonder.
Hey, Matsuki!
Ow. I wince all of a sudden, as a small fist delivers a swift blow of justice onto the top of my head. Ow. What was that for?
You were pulling a stupid face.
Maybe I was, but that's no reason to hit me. Magical girls shouldn't attack civilians.
I don't know what that big word means, but I have to attack you. You're my enemy.
Your enemy.
That's right.
But I'm taking care of you. What did I do to get on your bad side?
You're a bad adult without any dreams. I need to cleanse you.
But you literally just hit me.
I didn't hit you. I used my special attack, Magical Fist.
No, putting magical before something doesn't make it...
Magical Fist!
Alright, I give in. I hold my hands upwards in defeat. If I wanted to be really childish about it, which to be honest. Part of me kinda does. I'd retaliate with my magical forehead flick, or maybe a magical holding Tama upside down by her ankles until she screams. But I don't want to incur this trainee magical girl's wrath. Why should magical girls fight with their fists anyway? I thought my limited understanding of the genre. Magical girls were supposed to spread love and happiness. Speaking of which... Hey, Tama. I was wondering something.
I bet it's something stupid.
Well, maybe. She's a pretty young girl, but she's sure managed to see through me. You want to be a magical girl, right?
More than everything.
Heh, I figured. And do you know what magical girls are supposed to do?
Fight the bad guys?
Yes. And...
Hit Kichi in the face with a dodgeball in PE.
Oh, fuck. Yes, that's exact... Wait, what? Where did that come from?
Kichi isn't very nice. He's always making fun of me, but I won't let him get away with it. I'm way stronger than he thinks.
I understand how you feel, Tama, but you really shouldn't hit your classmates in the face with a dodgeball.
Why not?
It's not very nice.
Kichi isn't nice.
Tama stamps her feet on the floor, and I sigh. Why is she so determined to solve all her problems with violence? That can't be something Kyoko taught her. Forget being a magical girl. Tama might have a good career lined up as a pro wrestler. Putting the dodgeball to one side for now, aren't magical girls supposed to make other people happy?
Well, that's alright.
And you said your mother is always busy, didn't you?
That's true. Mama doesn't have much free time. She always looks kinda down.
Then why don't we do something to make your mama happy? Wink.
Like what?
I grin and roll up my sleeves. I don't like where this is going. Oh, let's tidy up the kitchen. Hold on, I think I've just forced this small little girl into forced labor.
That's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Really, she got to do something. She's just complaining and sitting there.
Yeah. Oh, I was about to say something. I'm not saying that.
No.
Man, Japan's got a weird culture, innit? Tama was less than enthused about my idea at first, but I managed to talk her around after a while, being the Giga Chad that I am and the absolute suave charm. It's all thanks to my shiny charisma stat, of course. Yeah, 20. I rolled a fucking nat 20. And so, for a couple of companionable hours, Tama and I worked together in the kitchen. I threw out the old sticky bottles of soy sauce and mirin and vinegar that have been left to populate Kyoko's cupboards like fungus and scrub down the countertops. Then, I washed all the dirty plates left in the sink, scoured the inside of the oven, and sweep the floor. And as for Tama... I let her excavate the fridge and get rid of anything withered or wilted or past its sell-by date, which she seems to enjoy. She may or may not have thrown a few perfectly good green peppers into the trash, a smug smile on her face, but I don't call her out for it. I don't really like green peppers either. At the end of the Great Purge, the trash can is full of out-of-date ingredients and the surfaces are shining. Alright. Good job, my charming assistant.
Yes, the kitchen's all nice and sparkly. I worked hard, didn't I?
That's right, you did.
And that means I deserve a treat, right?
Magical girls don't work for rewards, silly. If you want to be a real magical girl, you have to learn to work for the sake of working. Won't your mother's smile be payment enough?
I do want to see Mama smile. But...
Tama glances at the clock hanging on the kitchen wall.
It's really lunchtime, and I'm hungry. You said you were gonna make me something yummy to eat if I behave myself, Mitsuki, and I did behave. I've been really, really good. Aren't you gonna make me some food?
Irk. When she looks at me with those large puppy dog eyes, there's no way I can resist. It's just not possible. I'm infatuated by her. Well, I guess I did say that, and you have been a help. What about this then? We already threw most of the old food out, so why don't we go shopping? We can pick up some new stuff at the store, and then I can make you something really delicious. Do you like that idea, Tama?
Oh, yes, I love that idea. I love you, Mitsuki.
And, without a shred of hesitation, Tama winds her arm around my leg and rests her head against my upper thigh.
You really are my best friend.
Her best friend's a 23-year-old. Yoinks. My shopping trip with Tama proves to be more tiring than I imagined. Excited, no doubt, by the prospect of eating something super yummy, maybe I shouldn't have hyped my own cooking up so much, Tama's all but skips through the supermarket throwing all sorts of ingredients into the cart when my back is turned.
Oh, Mitsuki, I love chicken. Let's make something with chicken in it. Mitsuki, I love these chocolate mushrooms, but Mama never lets me buy them. Maybe we should get some potatoes too. I like curry with big chunks of potato in it. Hey, Mitsuki, let's get some cheese. It's really yummy when it goes stringy and melty. Wow, this ice cream's on sale. We need to get this milk too. What about these strawberries? Strawberries are so cute. I even wear them in my hair. Look.
I'm not sure what meal I can whip up with this electric range of ingredients, but I doubt Tom is thinking about the practicalities. I mean, she's only a kid. Honestly speaking, I don't think it's possible to cook something fit for human consumption with this mishmash of flavor profiles. Even a gourmet chef would have trouble with this. I mean, chicken and ice cream, potato chips and strawberries, and who eats cheese with chocolate? The Order Boys, of course. In the end, I have to put my foot down. I'm glad Tom is having fun, but she can't throw whatever she likes into the shopping cart. That's a surefire way to anarchy. But I let her have a small packet of chocolate mushrooms. I'm pretty fond of those too, especially the biscuit part. And so, after many a complaint from Tama, apparently I'm a poopy head, we conclude our shopping trip. I start preparing our lunch as soon as I get back to Kyoko's apartment. After turning a few ideas through my head, I eventually settle for hamburgers with cheese, pickles, and a side of homemade fries. What little kid doesn't love hamburgers? They're enduring staples in fast food joints and family restaurants all across Japan, for some reason. I think the meal would look more authentic if I had a little flag I could stick into the toasted burger bun, but I guess I'll have to work with what I've got. Kyoko's newly cleaned kitchen is a relaxing environment, and I can't suppress a small smile as I work. I'm so engrossed in my task, I almost don't notice Tama until she's right next to me, her fingers gripping the hem of my shirt.
Hey, Mitsuki, what are you making?
Like I said, it's a surprise, Kawaii. Why don't you wait in the living room and play with your coloring book? The food will be done soon.
But the coloring book is boring. I wanna be on my own.
So you'd rather spend time with me?
I never said that, Baka. But, being with you is better than being on my own, even if you do smell.
Ah, I see. I dropped a handful of minced meat, which I was shaping into burger patties, back into the mixing bowl. Then I run my hands under the sink. Thomas right, I do smell. And wipe them clean with a towel. My fingers, now free of ground beef, I turn to Tama and say softly, "Do you miss your mother, Tama?"
Maybe a little. Mama scolds me a lot, and she makes me eat nasty green peppers. But I love her. Mama usually stays with me the whole weekend. It's our special mama-daughter time. Being with you isn't too bad, but it's not the same. You're a boy.
Well, I'm sorry about being a boy. But if I work really hard, maybe I can become a magical boy.
Then I'll be
I
able
don't
to...
know about that.
Yeah, Then I'll be able to use my magic to make you a meal so good, you'll stop worrying about your mama. But you might want to reconsider. I've seen a couple magical boys, they're not all too hyped up. Tama looks at me skeptically. Not surprisingly.
I don't know if you can really do that.
I can. Anything's possible if you believe. Believe in the heart of the cards, Tama. Now, do you want to stay with me in the kitchen? You can help out if you want. It's not like I can let Tama handle anything dangerous, like the ovens or knives, but I'm sure there are a few simple jobs I can give her. If she has a task to do, Tama might miss her mother a little less. Besides, I get lonely too, you know.
You do?
Yeah. Well, then you'd realize.
Does that mean you miss my mama too?
Oh, you got no idea. Well, I don't know if I miss Kyoko per se, though I certainly wouldn't be opposed to her company. Wink. But I miss my own mother and father back in Aomori.
Huh? You mean you have a mama too?
Well, yeah, I wasn't born in a peach like Momotaro, you know.
But you can't have a mama. You're too old.
Just how old do you think I am, anyway?
Ancient. Like at least 40.
Fuck, Elle, imagine if she saw you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Sorry. But part of me looks like 40, you little shit. I still have a full head of hair, and though I'm not the healthiest guy around, I can walk without a cane. Hey, Tama, if you think I'm 40, how old does that make your mama?
I don't know how old she is. Mama is mama. I've never celebrated a single birthday of hers. I've never given her a single present. We've never had cake together ever since Dad died. Not going into my personal life.
Tama thought to herself inside. Yeah, that figures. I sigh and shake my head. Tama's too young to understand, or care, how ages work in relation to her own. To little kids like Tama, anybody in double digits might as well be an old age pensioner. You know, I'm actually younger than your mother.
You are?
That's right. I'm only 23. And of course, I have a mother. Everybody has a mother. Even your own mother has a mother. Well, I don't... Tsuki, that's a bit prejudiced. Not everyone has a mother. There are some people who have two mums. Some people have two dads. Some people have no dads and no mums. Some people have no one. It's got a bit real.
Of course I know that, silly. My mama's mama is my grandmother only.
Only what?
I've never met her. I've never met my grandfather either. I don't think my mama's parents like me very much.
I should have known. Of course, Tama's never met her grandparents. Kyoko told me as much the other day. I've really stepped on a landmine here. And I wanted to try and make Tama feel better too. I need to try and cheer her up somehow. The gloomy face is way too much for my heart to handle. Well, your grandparents are very silly if they don't like you.
Do you really think so?
That's right. And smelly. You're really a great, smart girl, Tama. You've really been well behaved all day. And you helped me clean the kitchen. And you went to the store to buy groceries. She even carried one of the bags back to the apartment for me, even though I handed her the lightest one. Still, it's the thought that counts. I bet you'd be good at cooking too if you gave it a shot.
But I already told you, Mitsuki. I do cooking at school sometimes, but I'm not good at it.
Then I'll teach you. It'll be fun. Why don't we try? And that's how Tama becomes my little helper for the day. I find a plastic stool in one of the cupboards and place it by the kitchen counter. Tama stands on it, and I direct her attention to the bowl of minced meat. Tama seems unsure of the meat at first. It looks so slimy. But when I tell her she can shape it into patties, she grows more infused. After a bit of instruction, Tama even spends several happy minutes pulverizing the minced meat between her fingers. While Tama works, I start washing the potatoes and slicing them for our fries. This meal shouldn't take too long to cook. I chose a simple dish for that exact reason, but now I'm starting to regret my decision. Cooking with Tama, if what Tama's doing can be called cooking, is more fun than I imagined. I don't want this relaxing domestic experience to end. Not quite so quickly. It's not like I'm a huge fan of kids, though it's not like I dislike them. And I've never really thought about starting my own family, but... well... I guess it might not be so bad. I can't help but remember the days when my mother tried to teach me how to cook. I say tried. I was a bratty kid, maybe even worse than Tama, and I never bothered listening. I would peel perhaps one potato maximum, then cry that I was so bored I was gonna die, and couldn't I please go outside and play? I'm glad Tama's a better sport about all this than I am. Cooking with another person is much more fun than it is on my own. When I'm with somebody else, even if that somebody else is a 6-year-old girl, it gives me a newfound sense of purpose. Motivation. Meaning. Now that I've found something worth hanging on to, I don't know if I can stand to let it go. Tama and I sit down at the low wooden table to eat a little after midday. Tama seems to enjoy this meal as much as she enjoyed my omelette rice the other day, because she eats everything with gusto and doesn't leave a single crumb behind. I wash the dishes while Tama plays with her toys, then the two of us go to the playground to stretch our legs. Clouds start gathering thick and fast in the once blue sky, however, which prompts the pair of us to beat our hasty way home. The time ticks by, but still, Kyoko doesn't come back home. 3 PM goes by, and then 4. Tom is watching something on television, but she isn't really watching it. Every once in a while, her eyes flicker to the clock. I sit there, nursing a cup of green tea in my hands, but I don't drink it. The grey clouds unleash their burden upon the world the moment the clock strikes 5. With such precision, it feels like it's almost too much of a coincidence. Still, Kyoko doesn't come back. I shift anxiously, staring at my reflection in the hazy green surface of my green tea. What if Kyoko got into an accident at work? Maybe she was harassed by a rowdy customer? They didn't hurt her, did they? Hundreds of different scenarios run through my head, each one unlikely as the other, but all enough to set me on edge. When did Kyoko say her shift ended again? Wasn't that 4:30? She should have come back by now, shouldn't she? Where is she? Did she get held up because of the rain? Did she slip on the way back and crack her head? Did some strange man offer her a ride in their black featureless SUV? Or what if... Jesus. Sorry, I need to take a drink. This is fucking hurting my throat.
Mitsuki, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Tama scrambles to her feet, her bright eyes filled with anticipation.
It's Mama! Mama's back! I've got to let her in. She'll be getting wet.
Oi, Tama! I call out to Tama. I'm not sure about stranger danger dancing on my lips, but it's no use. Tama bounds across the tatami mats, knocking over one of Kyoko's boots in the process. Her fingers curl around the door handle, her eyes still shining.
Mama, I miss you.
It could be anybody behind that door. It could be one of our neighbors, or a salesman, or a police officer come to tell us that Himuro Kuku has fallen into a path of an oncoming train, but Tama doesn't care. These thoughts don't even cross her mind. She pulls the handle, and the lock clicks. The door opens inwards, and... oh shit, what a surprise.
Mama,
Kyoko. It isn't one of our neighbors, nor is it a salesman, and it certainly isn't a police officer. There, standing in the doorway, her hair damp from the rain, her sweater sticking to her chest, is none other than Himuro Kyoko. So, she came back. Well, of course she did. Oh, fuck. What else was I expecting? I haven't known Kyoko for very long, but I should know her well enough to realize she'd never abandoned her beloved little girl. That much is obvious the moment Kyoko sees Tama. Kyoko's eyes, which are lined with exhaustion from a hard day at work, soften. She crouches down and throws her arms wide, a wide smile on her face. Tama, I miss you so much. Tama throws herself into her mother's outstretched arm, nearly nearly bowling her over backwards, and buries her head against Kyoko's chest. Kyoko's wet hair drips moisture onto the top of Tama's head, but Tama doesn't seem to mind. Tama simply happily... Oh my god. Alright, I'm so sorry. I gotta... Blech. Tama's simply happy, and in a pure and innocent way, to be reunited with her mother.
I miss you too, Mama. I miss you so much.
Ah, Tama, you should be careful. I don't want you catching a cold. Kyoko unwinds Tama's arms from about her and rises to her feet. Kyoko closes the front door behind her, her cheeks pale pink, then takes off her shoes, which are damp and dirty. I didn't think it would rain today, so I didn't bother bringing an umbrella with me. Kyoko wraps her arms around herself, desperate to warm up her sodden body, but this gesture does little to quell her shivers. Hey lady, look. If you want to warm up, I know of a way. Wink. Wink.
Wink.
Wink.
Wink.
Oh, she sneezes, because I thought this apparently.
Mama, are you okay? Should I bring you a towel?
I could always make you a cup of tea, my lady. Tips Fedora.
Tips for door.
Tips Fedora. Oh, it's alright. You don't need to trouble yourself with me, Mitsuki. Kyoko offers me a soft smile. It's quite a damp, soggy smile, and she's a bit... bedraggled? Around the edges, but I'll take it. Though she's drenched in the rain, Himuro Kyoko still looks gorgeous. Okay. She might look even more gorgeous, in fact. Where is this going?
If she was completely wet. What? I mean...
What do you mean? She's completely drenched. How much more wet could she get, Elle?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah, let's continue. Let's find out if maybe she'll get more wet. When her shirt's all damp like this, I can kind of see the outline of her... Alright, that's enough. I need to get my head out. Go. No! Keep going!
Keep going. Don't stop, dude.
You're going to the good
We're
part.
just getting to the good part, man. We just got past the
Fuck you! I spent $17 on this game. Don't cuck me
I've
now.
been watching Goku fight Frieza for like 70 billion episodes. Come on.
Come on, don't do a cliffhanger. Anyway, I need to get my head out of the gutter. Something came over me then. I don't know what that was. Must be the hormones. I just hope Tama behaved herself while I was gone. You didn't make any mischief for Mitsuki, did you?
Nope. I was a good girl.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I helped Mitsuki clean the kitchen, and then we went to lunch together. It was really yummy, too.
Really? You did all that? She did. She was quite helpful, my lady.
Tips Fedora.
Tips Fedora, of course. Then I am happy. I can never get Tama to help me around the house. You'll have to tell me your secrets sometime, Mitsuki. I don't know if I have any secrets, really.
I did it so I can become a magical girl.
Excuse me?
Mitsuki told me. He said magical girls help people, and if I'm ever going to be a real magical girl, like Pumpkin, then I have to help people. I figured out if I help out lots and lots, I'll be able to make my dream come true.
Your dream, is it?
How admirable. I can't believe I never thought of telling her that. Do you have much experience with children, Mitsuki? Not really. No brothers or sisters? I'm an only child. Same here. I always thought it was a bit of a pity. I'd have liked to have a sister. Sometimes, I think it would be nice if Tama had a brother or sister to play with. She might feel less lonely when I'm not around at least, but I don't think I could cope with another child. I can barely scrape by as it is, and this apartment is far too small. Plants don't grow... Oh. Plants don't grow properly if their pots are too tiny, huh? Shut up. That's right. Is that something your parents told you? My aunt. It was one of her favorite sayings. I see. She sounds like a very wise woman. Anyway, as you can see, I got a bit wet on the way home, so I'm gonna have a bath and get changed. Come join me if you want, wink.
Ooh, woo.
Oh, hold on. If you want, Mitsuki. Kyoko fiddles shyly with a lock of her wet hair. Because you've been such a big help, I could always tutor, wink, you a little when I'm finished. I don't mind, but aren't you tired? You just came back from work. I'll be fine. A promise is a promise after all. I don't want to go back on my word. Part of me feels obliged to refute Kyoko's offer, kind though it is. Kyoko's clearly tired, and I don't want to get in the way. I only came here to babysit Tama, but now mother and daughter have been reunited. They no longer need me. I'm unwelcome. An intrusion. But I don't want to go back home just yet. Not after I had such a fun day. Oh, hey, Will. What do you mean streaming hentai? I don't do that. I don't do that on a daily basis, probably.
It's not part of the script.
I don't stream hentai, okay?
Yeah, this is safe for work.
I watch hentai, there's a difference.
You can play this at work. You know, if you had a job.
Yeah, as long as I don't download the adult patch.
Yeah. Wait, there's not a dog patch?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I could bear being on my own now. And so it is, with a smile, I bow my head and say, alright then, I'll be in your care from now on, sensei, teacher. Fuck. Why yes, I suppose this does make me your teacher now, doesn't it? Now, you sit tight, alright? Teacher will be finished in the bathroom soon enough.
Jesus.
Yes, ma'am. Tips Fedora. Whew. It's getting steamy in here. Kyoko takes a change of clothes from one of the sliding cupboards and heads to the bathroom. She closes the door behind her with a click. Soon, the faint sound of running water fills the room. It mingles with the rainwater still pattering against the window. Right now... Okay. Right now, Kyoko will be removing her clothes and stepping into a warm, relaxing bath. But I'm not gonna think about that. I'm a man, not a beast. I can control my urges. Even if Kyoko is really pretty, and she's kinda my type, and it's been a really long time since I last spoke to a girl my age. Despite all that, I'm not gonna do or say anything inappropriate. There are children, well, a child, around here for heaven's sake. I need to find some way to distract myself. I never thought I'd be cucked by a visual dating novel. Hey, Tama. What do you want to do now that your mom's in the birthday? In the birthday? If now your mom's in the bath? Watch TV?
I'm bored of TV.
Then, do you want to use your coloring book?
I'm bored of that too.
What about a game? We could put together a jigsaw, or maybe play a round of life. The fuck's that? A round of life? Is that like the game of life?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, I rolled a 5. Oh, now I have student loan debt. Unlucky. That's the life game right there. Ah,
Oh, I like Ref. It's a fun game. We could even play with Mama.
maybe we can when she gets out of the bath. Do you own a copy of it?
I don't know. I think we have it somewhere, but I'm not sure where it is.
Well, this place isn't that big. It shouldn't be hard to find. When I was little, when was the last time you remember playing it?
I don't know.
How descriptive. With keen insights like that, Tama would make a great detective. Alright, dickhead. She's only 5.
I don't remember, but... Oh! I know. I'll go and ask Mama. She should know where it is.
But she's in the bath right now.
I'll ask her when she's in the bath, silly.
Hold on, where's this going? Ah. I see. I nod my head. That makes sense. There are no problems with Tama's line of thought. Let's just ignore that but moment. Isn't there a flaw with this plan? Isn't there a really huge, gaping, colossal problem? I can't let Tama open that door. Oh, hey, Tama, wait. I reach out for Tama, trying to grab hold of her arm, but I'm too slow. Oh. Tama's little fingers grab hold of the door handle. She pulls it cheerfully, without a care in the world, and pushes the door open. Okay, now's the moment I think where we figure out if this is TOS or not. He's praying.
Hey, Mama. Mitsuki wants to talk to you.
No, I don't. This was all your idea.
But you said we could play a game.
Hey, Tama.
You're the adult here. You go ask.
I grab hold of the little devil's shoulders, but... I'm actually getting nervous.
Mitsuki, go ask her what life is. I want to play.
Oh, that's her. I really am sorry. Oh. Tama pushes me into the bathroom with surprising strength, and I stagger. I try to clap my hands over my eyes, but it's already too late. Bro. I can already see Kyoko. I can see... all of her. Is this TOS? Is this TOS?
I don't know.
She's not wearing any clothes, but I can't...
Okay. Keep
Continuing, my attractive hostess is sitting submerged in the bathtub. Okay, this is fine. It's censoring her tits here. It's great. It's a good thing there's only 2 of us watching.
Yeah.
My attractive hostess is sitting submerged in the bathtub. The water is clear, and it pools around Kyoko's arms, her knees, and her chest. That's her chest, if you couldn't tell. Her skin is tinged pale pink from the heat of the bathwater, and drops of moisture bead on her forehead, her cheeks, and the tip of her nose. I like how I'm just taking this all in and trying to describe my inner monologue, by the way. I think Kyoko's long dark hair is lank and wet, and it sticks to her exposed flesh like a second skin. But no matter how long her hair is, it can't conceal her exposed flesh. I was about to say unlucky, but maybe not.
Unlucky.
I can see everything in minute detail. The gentle slope of her stomach slightly distorted beneath the water. The smooth, supple bulge of her thighs. Her chest. Wow, they look even bigger when she's not wearing a shirt. Did I? That's the first thought that runs through my head. But it's not like I can say that out loud. I don't want Kyoko to think I'm a pervert. Yeah, I've just walked in on her, taking a bath when she told me she was gonna do it. Thank God. I'm not a pervert, so why am I standing here staring? Well, I can tell you why. Kyoko blinks at me, unmoving. She's so startled. To be fair, who wouldn't be? I can see her trembling beneath the translucent water. Eventually, after a pause so sizable you could drive a bus through it, hello it's bus, twitch.tv/hello it's bus. That's how big the bus is. She finally utters my name. Mitsuki? Kyoko. My throat is painfully dry, as though I've swallowed the whole Sahara Desert. Great simile, bro. Sweat begins to bead on my forehead. My shirt sticks to my skin. It really is steamy in here. Nimble wasted one, am I right? Oh, God. Kyoko must like her baths extra hot, because the walls in the mirror are all fogged up with condensation. I didn't expect to see you so soon. I didn't expect to see you either. It was Tama. Of course, it would be Tama. That girl really is a handful. She's not told me to go away yet. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she's fine with it.
Huh, it's
There's
okay.
nothing wrong here.
You're not the first man to see it. It's okay. You're telling me. I sneak a not so what? I sneak a not so surreptitious. I need translation L. What does that mean? I'm gonna assume that means like suspicious.
Surreptitious?
Yeah.
And how to say it, I don't know what the fuck it means. Good luck.
I sneak a quick peek glance at Kyoko's chest, which is only partially submerged in the steamy water. A handful, huh? That's one way of putting it. Would you mind too terribly if I asked you to leave? I wouldn't normally be so rude. Only I'm trying to have a bath. A bath, right? Yeah, I can see that. I try to wrench my gaze away from Kyoko's assets. Stop staring, you're making this even more awkward than it already is, you useless potato of a person, and force my eyes to meet hers. As soon as I do, I wish I hadn't. Yeah, go back to the chest, bro. For some reason, looking at Kyoko's face makes me feel even guiltier than gulping at her body did. Kyoko's expression's pretty mild given the circumstances, but that only makes things worse. She should be shouting at me and calling me names. It's what I deserve. Is she a saint? Is she an angel? How is this woman so pure, and why am I taking advantage of her boundless kindness? What in the world am I doing? Kyoko, I'm so sorry. It's getting kind of late. I should probably see myself out. Have a nice evening. And if you want to eat some of the leftover food I made earlier, it's to pay you back for the Kimpara. Mitsuki. Kyoko tilts her head to one side. Her long hair trails in the water like it spilt ink. I thought you wanted me to tutor you. It's fine. I'm kind of tired. You can tutor me some other time. I don't think I could stand to sit at the same table with Kyoko after this. It's just not possible. I'm not strong enough. Well then, I'll be going now. Oh. Well then, I'll be going now. Enjoy your bath. Mitsuki, wait. But nothing Kyoko has to say could convince me to stop. Standing around here is bad for my heart. If I wait any longer, it'll burst out of my chest in a shower of gore. And who's gonna clean that up? Not her, she's taking a bath. Kyoko? I wouldn't want to inflict such a grotesque scene upon her delicate maidenly eyes. It wouldn't be very gentlemanly. Tips Fedora again.
Milady.
Milady. Not that I'm a gentleman, but who goes into a woman's bathroom while she's cleaning herself up in the tub and, like, explodes every...
What? That kind of phrasing. Okay. 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 I'm gonna need a drink myself, I think.
Gotcha! That's just messed up!
Gonna need...
Come on, Al, that's just messed up. Yeah. Blood's a huge pain to clean, even from bathroom tiles. Oh my god. So I go. Thank fuck. I have to go. Yes, you do. I've already seen far, far more than a mere mortal like me has any right to. I slam the bathroom door behind me and make a beeline for the exit. But in my haste, there's something I forgot about. Tama.
Hey, Mizuki, where are you going in such a haste?
Back home.
But I thought we were going to play a board game together.
There was a change of plans.
But why?
Tama's little face falls.
Couldn't you find life? Did your mama know where it was? Did you even ask mama where it was?
Well, about that.
No, he found life, alright. He found life.
He found a lot of life.
Yeah, he found the life and hometown.
He found, She's seen through me. Curses. I have to leave. Something came up, that's all.
Something?
That's right.
What do you mean, something? You're not sick, are you?
Not exactly. Well, he's definitely feeling something. He come down with something. Sick in the head, maybe.
But your face is all red. Maybe you have a fever.
It'll be okay. I'll live.
But
Don't worry about me, Tama. I'm fine. I give the inquisitive young girl a small pat on the head. I'll tell you all about it when you're older. More like, never.
Never.
I don't know if I'll ever recover from this. Okay, actually, this is a complete sidetrack, but when I once went to school with my mum once, and I was helping her out, one of the kids came up to her, and she was like, "Oh, what was it that she said? She said, my brother..." No, it wasn't her brother. It was like Jason, like another one of the classmates or whatever. He was a boy. She's like, "Why does he look different to me?" And my mum was like, "Oh, cause you're all really unique and special." And then she goes, "Yeah, but who's the most unique and special?" Just reminded me of this for some reason. I got no idea. And then my mum was just like, "You should ask your mum and daddy this." Just feels just like this. Time to crank one out. I don't know if I'll forget that in a hurry. Well, I won't. Holy fuck. And yet, despite the not-so-nasty shock I received that day, life continues. I try to put the image of Kyoko in the bathtub out of my mind, and I imagine Kyoko does the same. I don't know, dude. We see one another again the next weekend, and neither of us mentions the embarrassing incident that occurred in the steamy bathroom. Wink. I can't help but note, however, that Kyoko's cheeks are a little pinker than usual when we exchange greetings. Kyoko then leaves, and I spend another day babysitting Tama. We watch TV together, and go to the playground. And at lunchtime, Tama sets the table, and helps me in the kitchen. Kyoko comes back from work at around 5 in the evening, her return announced by the click of the door and a soft I'm home.
Mama!
Tama springs to her feet in the moment Kyoko enters the room. She tackles her mother, who's looking a bit worn out after her shift, and nuzzles her head into her soft stomach.
You woo.
No, this is your soft stomach.
Mama, welcome back. I missed you.
And I missed you too, dear. Kyoko ruffles Tama's hair, which is always fly away. Wait, what? Sorry. Kyoko ruffles Tama's hair, which is always fly away regardless of how often she smooths it down. I don't know what the fuck that sentence meant. How was your day? Did you have a fun time with Mitsuki?
Yup, he made me a rolled egg omelet.
He did he? He made me something else too.
Well, and he made fried chicken and brown rice, and he got some real weenies and cut them into octopuses. They're really cool.
Octopus weenies, huh? My mother taught me how to make those when I was in high school. I've never been very handy in the kitchen, but they were easy enough even for me. I used to put them in the lunchbox and take them to class, and my friends would help themselves. They thought they were cute. Did you make your own lunches in high school, Mitsuki? Nah, I didn't. I didn't really cook back in high school. That was before my mom's accident, you see. Oh, yes, I should have known. I'm sorry. You don't need to apologize. It wasn't trying to make you feel guilty or anything. It's just, well, even if I had cooked back then, I never would have told anybody about it. Oh, and why not? Because I'm a guy. Guys aren't really supposed to cook. Especially not little octopus wieners. I'd have been laughed at by all those chads. Tan from high school. You know how it is. I got laughed at more than than enough on my account of my rotten name. I didn't want to give my so-called classmates any extra ammunition. Teenagers can be so cruel. I've always been short for my age. Why couldn't I pick on somebody their own size? Paradoxically, my short stature only made me into an even bigger target. I just couldn't catch a break. I don't know about that. A lot of famous chefs are men, aren't they? People don't make fun of them. That's because they're famous and I'm not. Some boys in my school made their own lunches, and they never got teased. Maybe it's different in the city. People might be more accepting. All I know is cooking was always considered something sissies did. Kinda like sewing. It's why I never wanted to learn. I never would have bothered if my mother hadn't had her accident. I sigh. A lot of things would have been different. It would have been easier for everyone involved, but at least I learned a few life skills. I shake my head. I really don't want to think about my mother right now. I put my life on hold for 5 years to help her, and though I don't regret it, I'd rather not dwell on the past. Physically, I've left Aomori, and yet, maybe mentally, my mind is still shackled to my old life. Speaking of which, back in my school, almost all the guys bought their food from the cafeteria or the convenience store. Some really lucky guys ate lunches made by their girlfriends. They were envied by everyone, the chads. Having a girlfriend to make your lunch was something of a status symbol. It was the same at my school too. The boys in my class always bragged when their girlfriends cooked for them. Hey. Nope. Wait, hold on, sorry. Hey, Mitsuki. Kyoko looks at me mischievously. Her eyes sparkle. Did any girls ever make you lunch when you were a teenager? Yeah, every day. Really? Mm-hmm. If you count my mom as a girl, that is. I laugh. Ha ha ha, shaking my head, and Kyoko pouts. Jeez, you tricked me. but it was such an obvious trick. Do you really think a guy like me would be popular with the girls? I don't see why not. Ha! Now you're the one poking fun at me, Kyoko. Guess I deserve it for being a smartass. I laugh, and Kyoko soon joins in.
Huh? What is it? What are you laughing about?
Oh, it's nothing. Never you mind.
But I want to know. Did Mitsuki say something stupid?
Just something funny, dear.
I don't believe it. Boys always say something stupid. That's why they get in trouble. Miss Hanazawa had to scold Keiichi in class last week because he told Miho people in England eat races. Miho believes everything Keiichi says, so she took a bite out of her races. Then she started crying.
Yeah, that Keiichi sounds like a troublemaker.
Yes, he's a really bad boy. Not like me. I'm good.
That's right. You are good. You're the nicest, sweetest, most adorable daughter in the world.
And I don't eat races either. That's why I have this voice.
I should hope not. I'd like to think my food tastes better than whatever it is a racist is made out of. Are they made from rubber? I'm not sure. I never thought to check. They are.
It's okay, Mitsuki. Don't worry. Your food is really good.
Maybe you should have learned how to cook when you were younger, Mitsuki. There might have been a bit of stigma against it, but I'm sure your female classmates would have been impressed with your skills. Do you really think so? I know so. Women tend to like men who can help out around the house, and nobody can turn down an octopus wiener. Isn't that right, Tama?
Yup.
You see? People say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, but the same can be applied to women too. Okay, you've heard it here first, everyone.
Oh my.
If you wanna date a woman, give her so much food. Just make food for her.
No, you just gotta get into her stomach somehow.
Yes, just gotta expand the stomach so you can see it visibly. Pretty much, what I'm saying to every lady is that if you get fat, us men will like you.
Yeah, of course. Works every time.
Okay, that's just how it works. Put on a bit of weight, get some love handles. We're more than down. Oh god, we're not all that different, really. I wish I'd heard that piece of advice when I was younger. Maybe I could have used it to my advantage. You try to steal the hearts of all your female classmates with your cooking? I could have given it a shot. Wink. It's way too late to redo things now, but I glanced down at Tama. At least my cooking's managed to net me one new ally. And maybe I find myself thinking wistfully within time, I might be able to reach Kyoko's heart too. Raises eyebrows. Oh, what the fuck? After Kyoko had a quick bath, it proceeds smoothly this time, uninterrupted by an over-eager Tama, she sits with me on the table in the center of the room. Kyoko toweled herself dry after her bath, but her skin is flushed pink and her long black hair is slightly damp. A few droplets of moisture cling to her skin, making it glisten. If I were a poet, maybe I'd liken her to a flower shining in the early morning dew. But I'm not, so I guess I'll settle for a vastly more simplified. She looks hot. 2 cups of green tea sit on the table before us, exuding thin trails of steam into the air. The smell of green tea powder mingles within the faint, subtle aroma of Kyoko's perfume. It's a warm, relaxing sort of smell that makes me feel a bit touch drowsy. So, Mitsuki, as you know, I didn't have a chance to tutor you last week, and I've been feeling a little guilty about it. Oh, no, you don't need to worry. I had some, urgent business to take to. Down south. In the Netherlands. Where the sun don't shine. Yes, well, Kyoko coughs delicately. Ahem. I said I'd help you with your studies, and I don't want to go back on my word. A bargain is a bargain after all. Heh, now you sound like a witch in a fairy tale. Not a wicked witch, I hope. Well, I wonder. As a single mother, I can assure you that I don't need any more children. Your firstborn is safe from me. I'm sure you're a better parent than I could ever be, Kyoko. You're way more mature. But you're a better cook. I have more of an opportunity to learn. I had opportunities too. My mother taught me bits and pieces, but I never really paid attention. There were always other, more interesting things to do. But you can make cute octopus wieners. Oh yes, my octopus wieners are unparalleled. Maybe we should have a contest then. Oh, so I think I read the previous line. That might be fun. We could ask Tama to be the judge. We all know she'll be unbiased. She has no sense of loyalty towards her poor mother.
Huh? What did you say about me?
Nothing, dear. I was just telling Mitsuki how much I love you. Dude, this bitch is sly.
Yeah, I know, man.
She's just...
She just the way to...
Bro, she's the kind of girl, right? Who would, like, talk mad shit about the other girls at high school. Like, behind, and like, in the locker rooms and shit.
I want to see them compare octopus wiener sizes.
Yes, you can who has the more delicate, octopus wiener? Who can handle their octopus better?
Well, of course you do. I'm the bestest daughter in the whole wide world.
Indeed you are. Kyoko blows a kiss in Tama's direction, and Tama giggles, contented. Here, can I just steal that kiss for a sec? So, back to business. Which subject do you need the most help with, Mitsuki? What do we think we're studying? I don't think they've said it yet. Because I'm thinking like... Oh, he's ambitious, so he wants to do something with his life. I'm gonna guess law?
I have no idea.
Maybe economics?
I'm waiting for the story to like
Oh my god.
do something.
Is this guy actually Goobs?
No, this guy can actually cook.
Is that tragic accident that happened years ago? His arthritis, his tendicitis?
Oh man, poor Goobs.
Yeah, poor Goobs. Looking forward to sleeping with him. That would probably be English. It's so different from Japanese, I don't even know where to begin. Memorizing everything is a huge headache. Kyoko grins wickedly, her senses glinting. Her smile has never looked more fearsome. In fact, it kind of reminds me of the creepy monster's faces piped onto the Mr. Donuts during Halloween. Oh, fuck. Okay. Crap. I can feel chills going up my spine. I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this. Kyoko, why are you laughing like that? Oh, nothing. Oh, nothing. I was just thinking. Kyoko's eyes sparkle. English was one of my better subjects back in high school. It was? I've always been interested in languages. I even used to dream about being an English teacher myself before. Kyoko casts a quick glance at her daughter, who's still ensconced
It's meant to settle, like get comfortable with something.
Ah. Kyoko casts a quick glance at her daughter, who's still, with a quiz show on TV. Well, putting that to one side. I used to help my friends with their English skills before we had tests. We'd get together after school and study in the library. Sometimes they came back to my house. My mom made us snacks and bought us cups of tea, and we'd stay up in our pajamas going over compound nouns and conjunctions. All night. I suppress a shudder. That sounds like hell. hope she's not expecting me to study English with her for hours on end. Bro, do you want to spend time with her or don't you? I like being with Kyoko, but I don't quite like her that much. That's so rude. I'm not a masochist, you know. Okay.
Oh no, don't have that attitude. Studying is never hell, Misuki.
Well... Kyoko reconsiders.
It might be hard work at first, particularly if you're not used to it, but I think it can be rather fun. I love learning about the world, and I particularly love learning new ways to communicate with other people. How else can we make ourselves understood if not through words? I'm very grateful I was able to study English in school. I just wish I'd be able to continue my education. I still don't know everything I'd like to, but I should know more than enough to help you. Now, let's get to work. We don't have a moment to spare.
You sure are fired up about this.
Of course I am. Teaching was one of my passions. I'm glad to have a willing pupil I can sink my claws into.
Did you just say claws? You sure you're not a masochist?
Whatever happened to good old-fashioned hands?
She isn't gonna hurt me, is she?
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm going to take my time to mold you into a fine young polyglot, Mitsuki.
Why does that sound like so much of a threat? Since when was Kyoko such a demon? If I make any mistakes, is she gonna punish me? What if she drips her... What the fuck? What if she drips her hot candle wax on my bare skin? Or worse? I don't want to lose my head.
Now, let's see. Did you bring any of your textbooks with you?
I have half a mind to excuse myself while I still can. But I've never seen Kyoko look this infused about anything before, other than her daughter. She really does sound like she's enjoying herself. I wonder... Could she be using me as a means to act out her old life? Does she want to pretend, if only for an hour or so, that she's a student again, helping her friends study for an exam in the library after school? If that's the case, I don't want to spoil her momentary illusion. I'll play along for now. And who knows, I might actually learn something. I'm not counting on it, but it's a distinct possibility. I bought a few books with me in my bag, let me just go and get it.
No, that just won't do at all, Mitsuki.
I beg your pardon.
You can't address me in such an informal manner when I'm acting as your teacher. That would earn you a trip to the headmaster's office for sure.
But you're not my teacher, you're my neighbor. And she's only a year older than me too.
Be that as it may.
Kyoko folds her arms across her chest. Wow. That sure is a fearsome pouch she's got going on. Yeah, she's even growing like some fucking... What are those? Wieners? Like Cheerios? At the top?
Yeah, like octopus winners.
Yes, those are the octopus wieners. She must...
Yeah.
That's where all the cooking skills went.
Yeah, all the skills just went straight to her here.
Yeah, yes.
You have to play along properly. It's just no fun otherwise.
But I thought you used to tutor your classmates all the time.
I did, but you're not my classmate now, are you? You might not be paying me any money, but you're my pupil, and I prefer to be addressed like any real teacher should.
Ugh. And here I was thinking she wanted to live out some rosy nostalgic daydream about being back in high school. Oh, I wanted to believe that Kyoko could regard me as a fellow classmate. Or else an attractive senior. Yeah, right. That she's been admiring from afar. I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. I'm not Kyoko's classmate. I'm Kyoko's head. I'm not even her equal. Oh, in Kyoko's head, I'm not even her equal. Right now, I'm nothing more than her pupil. Alright. I see how it is. I bow my head in subjugation, my whole face flushed. I'm sorry. Teacher.
What was that? I can't hear you if you don't speak up.
I said, I'm sorry, teacher. What the fuck? This must be a waterworks down there. I've always wanted to be called teacher.
Oh no.
Oh my god, is this kind of... She's got this kind of kink. I tried to get my friends to call me that during our study sessions, but they didn't listen. They never took me seriously, so I'm the one who helped them pass their English exams. It's so unfair. Everyone thought I was a pushover. Even my father said I was too demure to ever make it as a teacher. He wanted me to be an office lady instead. Well, I'll show him. I'll show all of them. Again with that creepy laugh. Oh, it's meant to be a creepy laugh? Okay, sorry. Hold on, let me just can I go back?
No, the way you've been doing it is actually pretty creepy.
Hold on. Feels like something dangerous has been woken inside Kyoko's heart. Is it too late to run away? Alas, I feel my fate has already been sealed. This is so unfair. But I was thinking, teacher sounds good, but there's all sorts of other respectful terms you could use to address me. Things like mistress, or ma'am, or even boss. Okay. Usually when you refer to someone as a mistress, it's not used in a polite way.
Hey, Missy, get over here.
No, it's not a missy, it's mistress. As in, ah yes, Lord Falcon went to talk to his mistress the other day. It's not usually a sign of respect, but okay. If she's just that dumb to realize that, I'm okay with that. Commander doesn't sound bad either. Like, Commander Kyoko.
Commander. Yeah, I like that. I'd go with that.
Commander? What is she supposed to be now? Some kind of feudal warlord? Would that make me a serf tilling the fields and genuflecting whenever my master rides by? That's far too humiliating. Kyoko, despite her outward appearance, isn't soft or sweet, and she definitely isn't delicate. This woman really is terrifying. Okay. Is this where I just make her incredibly, like, creepy now? I think it might be. I think for the moment, this is a good point.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, or not. Well, fuck me. Kyoko is kind of scary when she gets serious. She wants me to call her mistress. The days continue to trickle by, one by one, like water running down a window pane. I go to Kyoko's apartment during the weekends to babysit Tama, and when Kyoko comes home from work when she tutors me. A new, passionate side of Kyoko's character I've never seen before emerges during our one-on-one sessions. It's less of a slow, steady metamorphosis, such as a butterfly emerging from a chrysalis, but something rather more sudden and dynamic, like a phoenix erupting from the flames. My teacher, or commander as she prefers to be called, is ruthless when the subject of my self-improvement is involved. She actually gives me homework, and she's threatened to let Tama cut my hair if I don't finish it in time. It's a rather unorthodox method of teaching, but it does the job. I paid my education little heed during the early days, but now I have a real impetus to try and improve myself. I want to get better, not just at English, but at everything else. I have to get better. If I don't, I'll have to kiss my hair, and my ears most likely, goodbye. Oh fuck, okay. Alright. I don't trust Tama with a pair of scissors. Caesar salad. I don't trust Tama with a pair of Caesar salads. That's a surefire recipe for disaster. I start studying in earnest the moment I return home from cram school. And when I'm not studying, I'm brushing up on my cooking skills. Sometimes I invite the Humura family to my apartment to try new dishes I've made, and at other times Kyoko invites me to her apartment so I can help her with particularly tricky recipes. Then the three of us sit down and eat together, just like a real family would. It's almost as if I'm slowly getting incorporated into their family. It's almost like I'm the dad role model. I see what you're doing here, writer of this game. You can't trick me. No, no, no.
No, no, no.
No, no, no.
I see right through your tricks.
Back in April, my life was as shapeless as a tent without any poles. Now, however, I finally found 4 cornerstones that can keep me anchored. Cram school, independent study, cooking, and the Humuro family. 4 main points of interest might not seem like much to base a life around, but it's better than what I had before. It's better than nothing. Finally, my life has some semblance of order. A structure. A purpose. When my mother calls me on the phone to ask me how I am, I no longer need to lie to her. I'm not just doing fine as I've told her many times before. I'm actually doing well. And it's all because of the Humuro family. I really do owe them a lot. Before I know it, 2 months have passed and the cool spring days have given way to a mellow June. Soon the summer will well and truly begin. The temperatures are set to skyrocket and the schools will be closed during the holidays. My cram school included. For now, however, my daily routine continues as much as during the months that preceded it. At least, that's what I thought would happen. But what do I know? Life has a habit of taking me by surprise, and so it does one Thursday evening. Sorry if I'm a bit late. I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long. Oh, no. We only just got here ourselves.
Tell me this before you...
Tama points an accusatory figure... Fuck me. Why am I dyslexic? Tama points an accusatory finger at me.
You're right, Mitsuki. You have to pay the penalty.
And what penalty is that?
You have to buy me an ice cream sundae, the one with all the toppings.
Hey, Tama. Kyoko bops her daughter on the head, but she doesn't use any real force. Yeah, she just goes right onto her head. I'm the one who invited Mitsuki here. He's our guest, so I should pay the bill. What? Oh no, you don't need to go that far, since I'm the man. Ooh. And I'm the one with the job. Good point. Why don't we split the bill then? Go half and half. I don't know. That doesn't seem fair. I don't want you to pay for Tama's food too. And believe me, for such a small girl, she really can eat.
I'm the best at eating in my school. That's why I'm gonna take part in the bread eating race at the sports festival.
Oh, your sports festival is coming up.
Yup, it's this weekend.
Well, good for you. I hope you get a gold medal.
I don't want a medal. I can't eat that. I just want the bread.
What a pure and simple girl. I glance around the interior of Petite Jardin, curiously, hoping my shirt doesn't clash too horribly with the cheap and colourful interior decor. I've never fussed over my appearance before going to a family restaurant before, but I must have tried it on and discarded at least 5 shirts and 2 pairs of pants today. The Humuros, by contrast, are wearing what they always wear. Tama in her denim dungarees, and Kyoko in her white sweater. And how did I end up coming to Petite Jardin of all places? Well, it all began with a text message. Kyoko and I exchanged numbers when I first started babysitting Tama, but it's rare she ever messages me, particularly during weekdays. That's why I was surprised when, after finishing cram school for the day, I found this message on my phone. Would you like to go out to Petite Jardin with me and Tama this evening, say around 6 PM? It's my treat, so thank you for being such a good babysitter. I also have something beep boop, iRobot, me dumb. I also have something I'd like to discuss with you. Of course, if you're too busy, that's also fine. Kyoko X. For a text, it was a bit overlong, but that's how Kyoko is. She has a habit of texting as though she imagines every message she sends is a huge inconvenience with preemptive apologies laced into her words. Her texts never read like something a friend would send me, but the little kisses appended at the end of her messages make my heart flutter. Of course, I replied in an affirmative. That's how I got here. Now, I wonder what Kyoko wants. She isn't gonna confess her love for me, is she? Oh, fuck, dude. Don't be pessimistic. I wish. I shift into my seat, my pants rubbing against the plastic chair. The chair's legs screech against the floor, and Tama winces.
I hate that sound, Mitsuki.
I'm sorry.
Good, you should be.
I swear this is just a little version of me.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you squirming so much anyway?
No reason. I'm just trying to hide my dick. Tama looks unconvinced.
No, this is your boji woji.
What?
Did somebody at school drop a worm down your pants?
What? No. Where did you come up with that idea?
I didn't come up with it. Kichi did.
Kichi again, huh? This Kichi fuck. He's gonna break his kneecaps. That name crops up a lot when I'm with Tama. What did he do this time?
He dug up a worm in playground during break and dropped it down the back of Miho's dress.
Oh no, poor Miho. What did she do? She cried.
She cried, and then Yuki told the teacher, and Kichi had to stay inside for the rest of break time and write lines.
Serves him right. Little boys who bully girls are the worst. He sounds like a real louse of a kid. From what I heard, he's always making mischief. I think his mother might be to blame for his wicked ways, though. She spoils him.
No, Kenji is the one who spoils everything. I hate him.
Now, you shouldn't be so rude about your classmate.
But he's rude to me. He said you and Daddy split up because I was an ugly baby.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, he did he?
That's right.
Well, the next time he says that, you tell him he's wrong. You weren't an ugly baby, and that's not the reason your father left us. I wasn't putting up for him anymore. Your father was a coward. That's all there is to it. You have nothing to blame yourself for, dear.
I see.
But this doesn't look like Tama really sees at all, and I can't blame her. The complexities of adult relationships can require a lot of untangling. It must be hard for a kid to get her head around it.
Hey, Mama.
Yes? What is it?
Kichi said a funny word today, but I don't know what it means.
And what word was that exactly?
Divorce. Do you know what that means?
Oh, it's when a mommy and a daddy don't want to stay together anymore.
So one of them leaves?
That's right.
Is that why I don't have a papa? Did you and Papa do the divorce?
Well... Kyoko sighs and shakes her head. Not exactly, no. I was never married to your daddy. We couldn't get divorced to begin with.
I see.
Tama's face wrinkles.
That's confusing.
Being an adult often is, sweetie.
Then I don't want to grow up.
Me neither. So, Kyoko smiles bravely and attempts to change the subject. Do you know what you want to eat, Tama?
Omelet rice.
I thought so. And what about you, Mitsuki? Yeah, I've just been kind of like sitting there, listening in on this conversation without a care in the world. Maybe I'll try the spaghetti carbonara. It's one of Petite Jardin's most famous dishes, isn't it? Oh, that's right. I haven't tried the spaghetti here for a while myself. Maybe I should have had that too. Heh, eating at the place you work can't be very exciting. You're probably sick of seeing this menu by now. Just a little. Yeah, just a little. But this restaurant is rather close to our apartment. I thought meeting here would be convenient. Convenient? I wanted to thank you for looking after Tama, but also... Kyoko brushes at the strand of hair behind her ear. I hope this doesn't sound too presumptuous. And you don't need to agree, especially as you've done so much for me already, but... she's using the same tone as she did in a text message. This must mean she's gonna ask me for a favor in 3, 2, 1. I was wondering if you wouldn't mind helping me with something. And there it is. I totally knew this was gonna happen. It's almost like I'm psychic. Well. That depends what that something is. Wink. Is it about Tama? That's right. Like Thomas said, her sports festival is coming up soon. I was able to take a day off work for it, and I'm very happy, but Thomas' school has also arranged another event the following weekend, and I don't think I'll be able to make it. I don't want to take too many days off, you see. I can't really afford it. I think I can see where this is going. So, do you want me to pitch in, my lady? Only if you wouldn't... only if you wouldn't mind. If it's not possible, I can take Tama, but, well... I thought you might be better at it than I am. Oh? And what is this event?
We're gonna cook together.
Cooking? That's right. Tama's teacher thought it might be fun to run an event at the weekend so parents and their children can bond. It's about cooking together. Tama's been looking forward to it for a while, but I've been working weekends recently and I don't think I can attend. Besides... Kyoko looks at her knees shyly, her face tinged pale pink. I'm not very good at cooking. Anyway...
Mitsuki's food is so much better than yours.
This girl is such a dick. You see? Kyoko giggles bashfully. Leave it to Tama to be brutally honest. I would probably benefit from a few cooking classes, but I can't really spare the time. I don't want to cancel though. Tama's been so excited about it.
I wanna cook. We're gonna make curry. My curry will be much more delicious than Kichi's.
She already promised her class she'd be there, so... Kyoko claps her hands together in a prayer and bows her head. Would you mind helping us? Please? Well... I don't know. I'd like to help. But didn't you say this was an event for the parents and their children? And, you know, I'm kind of busy, you know. I'm an Australian contenders player. I've got this match against Ground Zero coming... Oh, never mind. I guess I don't. Ignore me. I like Tama and all, but I'm not related to her. I know you're not, but you two get along so well. Just like siblings. That would make you my mother? Oh, don't think about it too much. I don't think the school will mind. I can call them in advance and let them know. I'll say that you're a family friend. That isn't a lie.
That's right. You're our friend, Mitsuki. A good friend.
Tama beams at me, her expression devoid of any malice. After a bit of a bumpy start, Tama started to open up to me. It must be the experiments I've been letting her conduct in the kitchen. Yeah, I'm trying to train her. Apparently...
How to train your MILF.
Oh, fuck you. Apparently, the way to securing Tama's undying allegiance isn't through food, it's in letting her shape mincemeat and whisk egg yolks. What a messy girl she is. I'm concerned I won't be able to rein in Tama's more destructive impulses in public, and I feel awkward about acting as her surrogate parent, but I have been cooking with Tama for a while now. I'm sure it'll be fine. Plus, I'm interested in meeting this Kichi I've heard so much about. If attending this event will make the Himuros happy, I don't have much of a choice. Alright then. I'll do it. Yay! Oh god, that was an... Oh, fuck. Tama jumps to her feet and throws her hands in the air, a bright smile on her face.
Mitsuki said he'll come. He'll come. We should all order a sundae. I want the biggest one with fruits and caramel pudding on top.
Tama. Kyoko tries to shush her daughter, whose merrymaking is drawing quite a bit of attention as this completely devoid restaurant. Don't make such noises in public, please. And you can't order a huge sundae just yet. You haven't even had your omelet rice.
Boo.
Tama pounces and flops on her chair, deflated like a burst balloon.
I want a sundae.
Why don't we have it later?
You mean I can't have one?
If your mother doesn't mind, we can all split it. It'll be a reward.
For what?
It can celebrate your assured victory in the bread eating contest during the sports festival and the super delicious curry we'll make together. Dude, this guy's just sliding. Can I date this main character? Like, honestly. We are going to beat Kichi, right?
Right.
Well, the sundaes here are quite excessive, but... Kyoko smiles gently. It's been a while since I had anything sweet to eat. I suppose I can live dangerously every once in a while. Kyoko giggles to herself like a naughty schoolgirl. And I can't help but smile with her. I'm still concerned about going to Tama's school will be a huge hassle, but... At the same time, I'm glad Kyoko asked me. I almost feel like part of the family. Bro, get in there now. Jesus. Have I finally found a place where I belong? I've still only been like halfway through the fucking game.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm not. Like, well, that was... Oh, maybe I'm about like 40%. Whatever. That's how, on the following Saturday, I go somewhere I never would have dreamed on visiting my own. Said place being an elementary school. Oh god. I came to the city so I could progress with my academic studies, not regress. It's been a long time since I set foot inside an elementary school. Coming to a place like this after 15 years feels decidedly strange. But Tama's school is nothing like my old elementary school in Aomori. The school grounds are pretty expansive with a gymnasium, a track course, and even a swimming pool. We never had a swimming pool in our elementary school. Whenever we had swimming lessons, which wasn't very often, we had to troop to the local pool under the supervision of our hairy gym teacher. I only caught a glimpse of the school pool in the distance before Tama pulls me into the main building, but it's enough to make my heart pickle with envy. The education budget in the cities certainly seems higher than it does out in the sticks. I never thought it at the time, but I'm starting to wonder, did I lead an impoverished childhood? I feel like I'm missing out here. If the exterior of Tama's school is impressive, however, that's nothing compared to the interior. The walls are white and shiny, the shoe lockers are remarkably unscuffed, and there are so many rooms. My old school, by comparison, looked like something from the 1960s. Probably because it was. I think my school was built a little after World War II, and the last time it was refurbished would have been back when my parents were still children. It certainly showed, too. Our shoe lockers didn't close properly, our desks had wonky legs, and the wooden floors creaked alarmingly with every step. I was afraid of the warped wooden floor of my school when I was a kid. I was always worried I'd fall through it. Forget ghost stories. Our school was scary enough of its own merits without rumors of haunted busts of Da Vinci in the art room. In fact, I don't think we had an art room. During art class, we used to slap old newspapers down the tables and call it a day. Tama doesn't know how lucky she is. The school's so large and modern and everything's so clean. The city sure is amazing. Fuck me, this is an advanced high school. Like, for elementary school, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, man.
Look at this kitchen. This is better than my kitchen.
It's better than my dad's kitchen, and he had a fucking marble like countertop in the middle of the
Yeah.
in the middle of the kitchen.
He had MILFs as well.
He has. Look at this. There's like stoves in the middle of the room.
Yeah. You got your own island bench as well. Fuck me, bro. Anyway. Oh, no, not her voice. Okay.
Mitsuki, we're here, we're here.
Ah, that's right. After a fair bit of walking and an awful lot of gulping, we finally arrived at our destination. The cookery classroom. Dude, I went to a private school. We didn't have cookery classrooms. We didn't have home ec. We had fucking like shitty classes like how to be a leader and shit.
I didn't have cooking classes either.
Yeah, I think it's more of an American thing or a Japanese thing. I wish we had though. It would have actually been so good. The classroom is large and spacious, like the rest of Thomas' school. Everything looks very new and shiny. It almost feels like I've walked into the state of a washing up commercial. There are several workstations set up, all with sparkling counters and their own sinks. The cookery equipment looks expensive, but I should have expected as much really. I mean, the school has a pool! Yeah, that's a real indication that the school's good.
Oh, I don't know about that. My elementary school had my primary school had a pool.
My middle school had a pool as well. It wasn't anything too special.
Yeah, it's just a pool.
Like,
Maybe in Japan it's different though.
the classroom is already filled with children and parents alike, many of whom are wearing aprons. Tama spies a young boy with brown hair and a band-aid on his cheek and dashes towards him, smiling smugly. Oh, hold on. Is this where I pull out the smug lolly picture?
It might be.
Oh, this is Kichi. Oh, fuck, a new voice. Okay.
Hey, Kichi.
Oh, look at this dickhead. Alright, I gotta think of a voice. I want to do something easy with my voice. I got an idea. Tama! The boy with the band-aid turns his head. So, I guess this is the infamous Kichi. I'm gonna make him a douchebag protagonist who believes in the power of friendship. He looks every bit as unruly as I imagined, from his messy hair to his baggy pants. Heh, so you really did show up.
Of course I showed up. I told you I was going to make the yummiest curry here. Much, much yummier than yours.
Yeah. Kichi waves one hand carelessly. I thought that was all talk. I figured you'd bail at the last minute, just like always.
I don't bail. I'm not a coward.
But your mommy never comes to these things like this. She didn't show at the sports festival last year, or the parent-teacher day.
That's because my mom is busy with work.
Too busy to look after you? Holy mother!
Kichi, please!
A tall, fashionable woman with dark hair cuts into the neat bob approaches us. Her face... cut into a neat bob approaches us. Her face is impeccably made up and gold earrings sparkle in her earlobes. Is that real gold? I can't tell, but she looks like a little too prim and pristine to do any cooking. In her neat suit and black pencil skirt, she looks like a no-nonsense businesswoman. This can't be Kichi's mother, can it?
Don't be so rude to Tama! It isn't her fault that her mother is.
The woman purses her lips together.
So busy!
I pretty much just made her. I'll do a better voice for her next time. You're busy too, Mom, but you always come to events like this. Hold on. Fuck. I need an actual voice for her. That's different, dear.
Perfect.
Perfect. I don't think so. If your mommy really cared about you, Thomas, she wouldn't keep bailing on you. That's the truth.
No, that isn't the truth at all. You stupid jerk!
Okay, wow. I hope that doesn't wake my mom and dad up.
Mama doesn't bail on me. She doesn't want to. She can't help it. But it's different this time. Now I have Mitsuki with me.
Fuck, what was her voice? Like...
Mitsuki.
I take the mention of my name as the cue to step in. I swan to run up, looking like a fucking Chad, and say, that's me. My name is Mitsuki. Tanamura Mitsuki, like the actress, you know. I forgot her voice again.
I don't believe it. I've never heard of her. No, I've never seen you before either. Are you related to Kyoko?
I'm a family friend. Pfft, yeah, right. You don't have any friends, Tama. Oh my god.
Shut up, Kichi.
But it's true. Nobody likes you, and nobody wants to play with you.
Shut up, shut up, shut up.
Why should I? I'm just telling the truth. This guy can't be your friend, but he's not your dad either. You don't have one of those. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Everyone knows your dad walked down on you because you were such an ugly baby. Oh. I don't know how the fuck I made that sound then. Tama takes a step forward, hands clenched into her fist and tears beating in her eyes. Worried that she's gonna deck Kichi across the face. I wouldn't blame her, but it might not reflect too well on me. I rest a restraining hand on Tama's shoulder. Alright, Tama, that's enough. You wouldn't want to hurt Kichi, would you?
Yes!
Tama's not making any attempts at diplomacy any easier. What magical girl creates conflict like this? She'll never be able to cleanse people's hearts if she's always picking fights. Now, Tama, you don't really mean that, do you?
I do mean it. I mean all of it. Stupid Kichi hurt my feelings. Why can't I hurt him back?
That's a fair point, but... we can't solve our problems with violence. It's always better to talk things through.
I can't talk to Kichi. He's always making fun of me.
Another fair point. Well, think about it this way. If you get into fights, you might get sent home, and then you won't be able to make your delicious curry. This, at least, seems to soothe Tama's rage. She turns to look at me, her eyes large and imploring.
I won't get any curry.
Not if you act like a bad girl, no.
But if I can't make any curry, I won't be able to beat Kichi.
I'm sure your mother will be disappointed too. She's looking forward to your curry, you know.
Who else?
That's right. If you get sent home, Kyoko won't be able to try your food. Then she'll be really sad. She might even cry. For the sake of your mother's happiness, we need to do our best.
What? I don't want to make Mama sad. I'll be a good girl then, so I don't get sent home. I'll make some really yummy curry, and then Mama will eat it, and she'll be happy. I won't let Reno or Kichi beat me.
That's the spirit. I ruffle the top of Tama's already rumpled head, and she giggles obediently. Oh, wait. Not obediently. Obligingly. Kichi's mother watches us. Her lips pursed. She jealous. I forgot her voice again. I don't think I like the sound of that. I never heard a single syllable sound so judgmental before.
Stranger though it may be, you seem to get along well with Tama.
I pretty much made her into a, like, flamboyant talk show host. A game show host. Well, I'd like to think that. She can be a bit of a handful sometimes, but she's a sweet girl deep down.
Yes, well, I can understand if Tama has a few behavioral problems. Being raised by a single parent must be hard.
Though I'm sure Kyoko does her best. She does. I know she does. She always puts up Tama first, no matter what.
Yes, of course. I wasn't trying to imply that. I didn't mean.
She sighs and shakes her head.
Never mind. My name is what the fuck? My name is Takaki Ayako. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mitsuki.
Ah, same to you.
So, how long have you been living around here, if you don't mind me asking? You don't sound like you're from the city.
There's no way he was born in the city. His voice is all funny. I should have known my accent would give me away. It's not quite as thick as my parents', but I guess it's impossible to fully exercise all traits of my countryside upbringing. I'm not ashamed of being born in the sticks, but being teased by a little child is rather embarrassing.
Don't be rude, Kichi. His voice isn't funny. His accent's just a bit different, that's all.
Different? That's one word for it. I think he sounds like a freak myself. Fuck, dude. I grip my teeth together. Part of me wants to give Ayako Spawn a hefty forehead flick, but I can't give him to the temptation. That wouldn't set a good example for Tama. I guess I'll have to grin and bear it. I'm not from here, actually. I was born in a small village in Ayamori.
Ayamori, I've never been myself, but I've heard it's quite beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty. How can I describe it exactly? Pretty. Alright, that was pretty lackluster, but I think I got the point across. It was very green, I guess. There were a lot of forests and fields. It sounds like it was a dump. Yeah, well, your face looks like a dump. Ooh. Destroyed by facts and logic. It's what I'd like to say, but I'm being an adult right now, or pretending to at least, and I can't let Kichi drag me down to his level. I need to be strong! Ayamori's not like Kawasaki, it's true, but I was rather fond of it. It really looks nice in the winter with the trees are covered in snow and the sky is icy blue.
I hear the winters in Ayamori are rather cold, though.
Oh yeah, they lasted a long time, like a really long time. My village didn't have a high school, so I had to take a bus through all these, a bus at twitch.tv/helloitsbus for all the countryside lanes to school. It was a huge headache when the roads got slammed with snow. I was always late to school in the winter.
Oh my, how quaint.
I suppose that's a polite way of saying how backwards.
I've lived in Tokyo all my life, so I suppose I take all trains and buses for granted. I can't imagine missing work because of a bit of snow.
Well, I've heard the snow doesn't pile up around here like it does back home. He said, don't.
Kichi, please. Don't be so confrontational, dear. So, Mitsuki.
That's me. Ayako trains her eagle eye on me once more. I swallow. This woman's starting to make me feel anxious, and when I get anxious, my accent gets more protracted than usual. I hope she doesn't think I'm some country bumpkin.
So, if I may be as bold to ask...
I mean, she's already asked me so many questions. What's one or two more? What will it be next, Ayako? My blood type? My star sign? My turn-ons? In regards to the last one, probably not. Hey, bro. You never know.
What is a young man like yourself doing in Tokyo?
Well... this is nice and awkward. I'm having the time of my life. Not. I guess I could always tell a lie, but I'm not very good at lying. I guess I'll have to fudge the facts instead. I actually live in Kawasaki, but I came here so I could go to university.
Oh, I see. So you're a student, are you? You look about that age.
Well, sort of. I'm a student at a cram school, so it technically counts. I could come clean, but I really don't want to know how Ayako would react if I discovered I still haven't set my university entrance exams. With false sympathy and a silent scorn, no doubt.
And how do you know Kyoko? I don't think she had many acquaintances in the city, though I believe she's lived here for a few years now. I can't pretend I know any in great detail, though. She's always in such a hurry, rush, and, well, you can't really blame her.
Ayako sighs. A sigh of long suffering in a manner that suggests she can and would blame Kyoko quite easily.
I've always thought I should talk to her more, but I don't know how to approach a woman like that. She and I are from completely different worlds, you know. We're nothing at all alike. How did you do it, Mitsuki?
Judging from the way Ayako speaks, you'd think Kyoko was some kind of alien. Hey, I want to tell her, don't smoke back about Kyoko because she isn't here to defend herself. She's just a mom who loves her daughter same as you. There's nothing weird about her at all. I wish I could say that, but I don't really want to start a fight. It doesn't seem worth it. In the end, I capitulate to Ayako's questioning and cough up an answer. We're neighbors.
Neighbors? What are those? I own 20 square feet of land. I don't see neighbors.
We live in the same apartment building. I moved in a couple of months ago. We got to know each other from there.
I see.
Another nod of her head.
And are the two of you close? It would be nice if you were. I've always thought Kyoko needs a friend.
Not like you did anything to help her, you two-faced ugly Tengu. What's a Tengu? Elle, help me.
It's difficult to explain.
A bitch? A whore?
Tengu, it's like a legendary Japanese folk religion thing.
Jeez, a centaur.
No, it's like they have a red face with a long nose.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a legendary creature.
I'm not. Okay. Well, I've been helping her babysit Tana for the last couple of months. We talk a little, but I don't know if we're really close.
We are close.
Tama? I looked down at my charge, surprised. What? What? I looked down at my charge? I don't know what that means. Her fingers are curled.
I don't know what that means either.
Does she mean like... Oh, as in... He's in charge of her... Okay, yeah, that makes sense, Right, gotcha. Her fingers are curled with mine protectively, her eyes narrowed with determination.
We're very, very close. Me and Mitsuki and Mama, you see.
She suits Kiichi a pointed glare.
I do too have friends so there.
Whatever. Kiichi rolls his eyes. It's not like it counts. Who'd want to be friends with this weird guy anyway?
I want to be his friend. Mitsuki's really kind of smart. He's super good at cooking too. He cooks for me and Mama all the time.
So you're handy in the kitchen.
Ayako smiles coyly.
No wonder Kyoki's taking such a shine to you. I wish my husband would help me when I'm preparing dinner. You're quite the catch, Mitsuki.
Oh no, I'm not. It's really not like. It's not like that.
Are you sure? No, this is your bulgy.
Ayako raises a neatly plucked eyebrow. Raising a child alone can be so hard on a woman. I can't imagine how difficult these last few years must have been for poor Kyoko. I'm sure she's grateful to have met you, Mitsuki. Tama seems to like you too, and you can cook. You really might be in with a chance. A chance to what? Never you mind, dear. Now it looks like the teacher is getting things all set up. Shall we get ready to cook? Okay. And give my regards to Kyoko when you see her next, Mitsuki. I'm very happy for the pair of you. Aiko and Kenshi walk off to one of the workstations. I don't move, however. I can't. I look at the floor, my face slowly turning pink until I resemble a piece of broiled octopus. Okay. But what did Aiko mean when she said I had a chance? Well, I wonder. Elle, what do you think she meant?
Don't know, dude.
Don't know. Maybe as in like a chance to... A chance to play some Dungeons and Dragons with her?
Yeah, man.
Probably. Does she think Kyoko might have feelings for me? But how would she know? They've never spoken. Why is she showing such a pointed interest in my love life anyway? Does she think... What did I expect, really? In today's world, it's impossible for a man and a woman to simply be friends. There's always going to be something sordid behind it. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't find Kyoko attractive or that I hadn't imagined something might happen someday. I mean, I did see her naked, like, you know, not like 2 months ago or something, you know, so, you know. But other than that, I mean, for our relationship to be speculated by a total stranger, that's so embarrassing. If this is what Ayako thinks, I wonder what about the other mothers.
Hey, Mitsuki.
Tama tugs at my fingers.
We should never put our aprons on.
Oh, right. Sorry. I guess these swirling, circling thoughts can wait for now. I promised Tama I'd help him make the best curry in the world, or at least in this class, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I won't let Kichi with his nosy, praying mantis of a mother beat us, the fucking whore. I helped Tama put her apron on. It's a very cute pink apron. Then I put on my own apron. Or should I say, the apron Kyoko loaned me. Kyoko snorts when he sees me in Kyoko's apron, and I can't say I blame him. Kyoko's apron matches Tama. It's very girly and decidedly feminine. I'm not sure if it suits me. Oh well. Every last inch of me, from my face to my accent to my upbringing, has already been subjected to intense scrutiny. At this point, I'm too exhausted to worry about the sniggers of a bratty 6-year-old. Alright, Tama. I punch my fist into the air. Let's make the best curry we can. Here!
Yeah, let's do our best. Yeah.
And I think it's finished. I turn down the heat on the stove and step back, admiring my handiwork. The curry bubbling away in the pot looks delicious if I do say so myself. Though it took around an hour, and an unfortunate accident with the curry rogues to make, I'm pleased with the results. The curry sauce is thick and filled with large chunks of carrot, potato, and onion. It's fairly orthodox as far as curry sauces go, but it really does smell good, and it hasn't burnt either. If only we had some white rice to go with the curry sauce, but that'll have to wait until we get back home.
Bruh, it looks super good. I want to try some right now.
Wait a second there, Missy. You can't eat the curry just yet.
But why not? It smells yummy.
It might smell yummy, but it'll be much too hot. You'll burn your tongue.
Then I can drink water afterwards.
No means no. The kind mother at the bench behind us, she gave us some spare rooks after Thomas spilled all of ours down the front of her apron, giggles. Oh, she's actually a character. Fuck, man, I didn't think I needed this many accents. Some children just don't know how to take no for an answer, do they? They can be so stubborn. That's what makes them so cute. I have 3 children myself, so I know how it is. Miho here is my youngest. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah, so you're Miho, are you? Thomas told me about you already. Good things, I hope. I've only heard bits and pieces, but she sounds like a sweet girl. When she isn't chowing down on the races at Kichi's request.
That's right, Miho's nice. We play together on the swing sometimes. She's a little quiet, though.
It must be because she has two older brothers. They're so loud and noisy. I'm glad Miho's less rambunctious, though I do worry about her sometimes.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Miho.
Miho doesn't reply. Instead, she shuffles behind her strangely Kiwi mother back, peeking out at me anxiously. Don't tell me. She isn't scared of me, is she?
Come on, Miho, don't be like that. Say hello to the nice man. Mitsuki, wasn't it?
That's right. I didn't tell Miho's mother my name yet, but I guess she must have heard it from somebody. Ayako? Already. News sure does travel fast. I'm Tanamura Mitsuki. It's nice to meet you, and thank you for the curry, Ricks.
Oh, don't mention it.
This is going a bit more British than Kiwi.
My name is Ichigo, Honda Ichigo, and this is my daughter Miho, though you already knew that. Miho's very glad to meet you too, aren't you, Miho?
Miho peers at me from behind her mother's back. She blinks once, twice, like a little biscuit doll, her fingers coiled around the fabric of Ichigo's shirt. Nice to meet you.
That's the spirit.
Ichigo laughs and pats her daughter on the shoulder.
And Mitsuki, you're a friend of Kyoko's, aren't you?
That's right. Did Ayako tell you that?
I think everybody in this room knows who you are by now. We're all old gossips, really. And there's nothing more fascinating to us mothers than playground politics. Whenever we see young men we've never met before, particularly handsome young men like you, yeah, we get curious. We can't help ourselves.
I think I understand. I don't think I'm very handsome. I'm sure Ichigo's just being polite, but I can see why they'd be interested. I'm sorry if I caused any commotion.
Oh, it's no trouble. I'm just teasing you, dear. I'm glad Tama has someone who can accompany her to these extracurricular events. I was worried about her being left out. Tama's had to miss out on quite a bit before. The poor dear. Not that it's her mother's fault, of course. I can't imagine raising a child of my own. Oh, and so young, too. I think Kyoko's done a good job. Tama's quite a little cutie.
That's right.
Tama grins proudly and puffs out her chest. A very flat chest.
I'm adorable.
Indeed, and so lively, too.
I'm sorry, I hope her liveliness doesn't cause any trouble. I bow to Ichigo, though I'm not sure why. Logically, I know I shouldn't apologize for Tama's rowdy behavior. I'm not her father. Not even related to her, yet. I am, however, acting as Tama's chaperone. I brought Tama to the school event, and that means, while we're here at least, I'm the one responsible for her actions. To my relief, however, Ichigo just laughs. How do Kiwis laugh?
They don't.
Alright then.
Oh no, oh no, Tama's no trouble. She's no trouble at all. It sounds like she gets into a few scraps here and there, but most children do at her age. She'll grow out of it.
Ichigo smiles fondly.
Wow, Kyoko's rather young to be a mother. You look young yourself, Mitsuki. I heard you were still in university.
She's close, but no cigar. I haven't been to university yet. Now, wouldn't that be a twist? I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
But despite that, you really know your way around the kitchen, dearie. Your curry looks wonderful. I'm just salivating at the mouth just thinking about it.
Really? For some reason I can't quite fathom. I feel a smile rising to my lips. Maybe it's because Ichigo reminds me just a little of my own mother. She's about the same age as my mother, and then she has similar lines beneath her eyes and around her mouth. Her clothes aren't exactly fashionable, but they're practical, and her hair is cut short. Though she's asked me several questions, her voice is good-humoured and genuinely interested. I get the feeling that Ichigo actually cares about the Himuro family, unlike some of the other people here. And I think she cares about me too. Thank you very much. I used to help out with chores when I still lived with my parents. I guess I got used to it.
I must say, I'm impressed. You might even be better with the vegetable peeler than I am.
Oh no, I wouldn't go that far.
Don't be so modest. You should learn how to accept compliments. You look to be about the same age as my oldest son, and he would never dream of helping me in the kitchen. I've tried to teach him the goodness, how knows how many times, but he just isn't interested. He seems to think cooking is something only women should trouble themselves with.
He's not wrong.
Twitch staff, I didn't say that. That was L. Ichigo tuts and shakes her head.
I would say boys be...
I would say boys will be boys,
but you've managed to get over your silly prejudices. How did your mother do it?
well, she got paralyzed.
Well,
As nice as Ichigo might be, I don't really want to go into the finer details of my mother's accident right now. I don't like thinking about it. I didn't have much of a choice. My mother's getting on in her years and she needed the help.
Ah, is that it? I see. Well, I'm glad you're here to give Kyoko a hand. It must be quite a relief for her, and Tama too.
Yep.
Yeah, Masuki makes yummy food for me all the time. He can even make octopus wieners.
Wieners.
Oh no. Oh no.
Shouju. Oh,
No,
what did I do?
octopus wieners are actually like. I just looked it up. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
like,
I know what octopus wieners are. They're just wieners that look like octopuses.
they're just hot dogs.
Yeah, they're just cut hot dogs, pretty much. This poor girl, I've given her the most deep voice.
I like wieners. My mother makes them for my lunches. Maybe Matsuki will make my lunches too. Then I can share his food with everyone. Even with Kichi? Yuck! Not him. I wouldn't give Kichi any food, even if he was the last boy in the world.
Yeah, she's a little bit, you know. She's just a little.
No, fuck that guy.
What do you mean, bro?
He's a bully.
Yeah, but he's the protagonist of the story.
No, she's talking about Kichi.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know, El. Haven't you ever been the protagonist's voice? If you believe in the heart of the cards, you can do anything.
Hey, let's not get carried away here. I don't mind cooking, but making Tama lunch every day seems like a big time commitment. I'd have to look online about the best ways to balance nutritious meals. I'd have to change the lunch up every day so she doesn't get bored. Besides, wouldn't that be kind of presumptuous? I've made meal for the Himuros on numerous occasions, but I'm not Tama's father. I'm just a family friend, like Kyoko said. Bruh. Bruh. I couldn't make Tama's school lunches. Could I? I wonder. It would take quite a lot of time, but maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Get in there, boy. This is the chance.
This is how you win.
Yes, this is how you seduce hot single milfs in your area.
Yeah, just look after the kid for free.
We've cracked the code. After the cooking class, Tama and I returned to our apartment complex. I let myself into Kyoko's apartment with the spare key she gave me, then I set about keeping Tama entertained until Kyoko comes home. The pair of us watched television for a while, and I served Tama a simple meal at lunchtime. She clamors for the curry that we made at school, but I gently refuse. I'd rather eat that curry with Kyoko, the three of us together, like a family. But we're not a... okay. Tama grumbles a little, but she eventually accepts my reasoning. And so, the time goes by. Kyoko eventually returns home at 5 PM, just like always. She's a bit harried after a long day at work, but her tired face lights up when she sees Tama. Hey, MILF.
And how have you been, Tama? Did you have a good day?
Well, it was really fun.
Oh, was it? You'll have to tell me all about it.
Kyoko bends down and slips her shoes off her weary feet. She lines her shoes up by the door, setting them neatly next to Tama's sneakers, then takes a seat at the low table in the corner of the room with a sigh. I hover over by Kyoko, anxious to relieve her burden. Could I offer her a massage? That might ease some of the tension in her back and shoulders, but I don't know if we're close enough for something like that. Give it a shot. I don't want to be too forward. In the end, I settle on a polite but slightly measured, "Would you like a cup of tea, Kyoko?" You're offering, but this is my apartment, silly. I'm the one who should be offering you a drink. Don't sweat the small stuff. I've been to your place so often it shouldn't matter. You were working all day and I was hanging out with Tama. Compared to you, I had a cushy time. But you were looking after Tama. That's much, much more exhausting than waiting tables. Nah, Tama was on her best behavior. Isn't that right, Tama?
That's right. I was a good girl, Mitsuki-sen.
Oh, really? How lovely. Well, if you really don't mind, a cup of green tea wouldn't go amiss. I think I must be getting on in my years. My back always feels so stiff when I'm finished with work.
Then I'll get that whipped up for you in an instant.
You're going into the kitchen, Mitsuki. Does that mean we're gonna try my curry?
It might be a bit too early to eat now, Tama.
But I want Mama to try my curry. We made it together with lots of love. I've been waiting ages. I wanted to eat it. Don't you want to eat my curry too, Mama?
I must say, I am rather curious. It sounds like you worked hard on that curry.
I really worked hard. I washed the veggies, and I helped Mitsuki chop up the mushrooms. I spilled the roux on my apron, but Mio's mama gave us some of hers, so it's okay.
Oh, really? How wonderful. I suppose it is a bit early, but I haven't eaten much today. I'm quite hungry. Maybe we should try your curry after all.
Right, we're gonna try my curry. Gonna try the curry. Let's go get it ready, Mitsuki. I wanna help serve it.
Whoa, slow down there, Tama. I rest a restraining hand on Tama's shoulder, lest she go zooming off ahead of me. We need to warm up the curry. We need to warm up the curry up at first. We need to get the rice ready in the cooker. It might take a little while, and I don't want you burning yourself. Why don't you sit down with your mother and let me take care of things? Tama frowns. She thinks about my proposition for a while before she says,
Well, okay then. Waiting for the rice to cook sounds boring anyway.
Tama takes a seat at the table beside her mother where she can't break anything or burn herself, and I heave a sigh of relief. Alright then. I turn back to the kitchen, rolling my sleeves up to my elbows. I guess it's time to get everything ready. I brew a quick I brew a quick cup of green tea for Kyoko, and then I start preparing the curry. In less than half an hour, 3 plates of hot steaming white rice, heaped liberally with thick curry sauce, have been prepared. I carry the plates to the tables one at a time, taking care not to spill any of the curry on the floor. When Tama, Kyoko, and I are settled at the table, the curry is all served. Kyoko smiles and clasps her hand together.
Thanks for the food. It really does look good.
It smells good too. I can't wait to dig in.
Tama picks up her spoon, ready to drive it into the mountain of curry, but...
Hey, Tama.
Kyoko nudges her daughter in the ribs with her elbow. Ow!
Remember your manners.
But I'm the one who made the curry. I want to eat it right now.
Even so, you have to be polite. I brought you up better than that. Now, what do you say?
Thanks for the food, I guess.
There, that wasn't so hard, was it? Now, let's start. I can't wait to taste your food.
Ah,
Some spit went down the wrong way. Sorry.
that's right. It's really, really good. I'm sure you'll love it, Mama.
I'm sure I will. And so, wreathed in warm and gentle smiles, the three of us began to eat. For a few moments, the only sounds that could be heard in Kyoko's apartments are the scrapings of our utensils against our plates and our contented chewing. Kyoko swallows a particularly large chunk of Pyoto, Pyoto, then beams. Swallows a very nice chunk. Fuck me, it's getting late.
Fucking me, dude.
These words are slurring together pretty bad.
English hard. English no word come out.
Yeah, oh, I mean, this guy said he wasn't very good at English, so, you know.
Yeah, he's Japanese, dude.
He's Japanese, he can't read all this fucking garbage. I'm just role-playing.
There's so much English text for this Japanese dude to read.
Yeah, internally. Anyway.
So, Mama.
Tama looks at her mother anxiously, desperate for approval.
What do you think? Is it good?
Now, let's see. Is it good? I'm not sure if I would call it that.
Damn.
Well, fine, bitch. You don't have to eat it then. I'll take it away from you.
Yeah, this food was free, dude.
Free real estate.
Huh? You don't like the curry? Cause I do a bread job. I tried my best, but
Oh, Tommy, you silly thing. It's not that I like your curry. I love it.
huh? Not me.
This curry is better than good. It's amazing. Amazeballs, some would say. You did wonderfully.
Well,
Thomas' cheeks go pink for a few seconds, but it really is a few seconds. Thomas sucks in a deep breath, then puffs out her chest rapidly.
well, of course it's good. I made it.
Hey, don't forget about me. I helped out too, you little brat.
Well, I guess Mitsuki helped a little, but I did most of it on my own.
Like hell you did. You wasted half our rooks. How was that helpful?
I knew I did a good job. That goes without saying. My curry is much, much better than smelly Kichi's.
I'm sure it is. Kyoko giggles and ruffles her daughter's hair with one hand. Thank you very much, Tama. I really do appreciate it. And Mitsuki. Kyoko turns to my eyes. Oh my god, dude. What is wrong with me? Kyoko turns to me, her eyes heavy with maternal warmth. She's so pretty, despite the bags beneath her eyes. Fuck me. When she turns the full force of her gaze upon me, I feel my whole body freeze in place. I'm not worthy, I'm just a mere mortal. How did everything go? I trust you didn't have any problems at Tama's school? Well, Tama had a bit of scrape with that Kichi boy, but I can't say he didn't deserve it. He really is a piece of work. Oh yes, Kichi can be quite a bother. He's always making a nuisance of himself in class, or so I understand. Perhaps he wouldn't be so bad if Ayako didn't coddle him so much. I was fortunate enough to meet Aiko too. She really was something. Did she ask you a lot of questions? Quite a few. It was exhausting, to be honest. All the mothers were staring at me like vultures. It made me feel pretty out of place. I was one of the only guys there, and I was definitely the youngest.
That is, if you don't count the kids themselves.
Ah, yes. I thought that might happen. I should have warned you. We mothers are a harmless bunch, really. Some of us are even quite nice, but we're all incorrigible gossips. I learned that for myself firsthand. I almost started to feel like a celebrity.
But not, sadly, a celebrity well renowned for being talented or pretty. I felt more like a celeb who'd been embroiled in a scandal like that girl from the once popular idol group, Palette Princess.
Oh dear. Well, at least you emerged unscathed in one piece.
More or less, I guess.
Well, why don't you look on the bright side? Whatever doesn't kill you.
Makes me stronger? Yeah, I know. I'll be on my guard next time. If there is a next time. Wink.
You wouldn't mind taking Tama to any more school events?
Not if you really need my help. Ayako was a pain in the ass, and so was that hellspawn of a child of hers. I'm still not over Kichi making fun of my accent. Damn it. Whatever happened to respecting your elders? I know I'm short, but come on, I'm still more than a head taller than Kichi. But Ichigo was nice. She gave me a bit of a pep talk.
You talked to Ichigo, did you?
Kyoko smiles fondly.
I like Ichigo too. We don't speak all that often. We don't really get the chance. But she always seems so friendly.
She is. She said she worried about you too.
She worries about me? Oh my. That's very sweet of her, but she needn't bother. I can take care of myself. Well...
Kyoko catches my eye and smiles refuely. Her hands resting in her lap.
I can take care of myself. I have for the last 6 years. But it's nice to have a helping hand from time to time. You've enriched my life, Mitsuki. And I really am glad I met you.
Ah. It's a good thing I just swallowed that mouthful of rice, or else I would have just spat it all out the table for itself. For sure. Ugh, fuck me, man. I'm so sorry. Kyoko's far too good to me. What did I do to deserve all these compliments anyway? It almost feels like I'm floating on a fluffy cloud made of warm, white rice. If this is a dream, I never want to wake up. After dinner, Kyoko and I clean up our dirty dishes. Kyoko's kitchen is rather small and having two people work by the sink is a bit of a squeeze, but we somehow managed it. Then, while Tama situates herself in front of the TV, Kyoko cracks open an English textbook and helps me study. The two of us work long and hard, invigorated by our homemade curry. It takes Kyoko a while to notice just how late it's getting, and when she does, Tama is already nodding off in front of the television.
Oh dear. I really should pay more attention. I get so involved when I'm helping you study, Mitsuki, that I lost track of time. It goes by in an instant.
Kyoko gets the sleepy, unresting Tama ready for bed, then tucks her up inside her futon. With Tama asleep, dreaming happily of beating Kichi up, no doubt, there's no real reason for me to linger. Kyoko hasn't told me to go home yet, but it's pitch black outside and I don't want to impose. I guess I should get going then.
Already?
Already? But it's almost 10! If anything, I've been here for too long.
Ah, yes, I apologize. I didn't realize. I was having too much fun. It was a pretty intense study session.
Oh, that was me! Sorry about that, Kyoko. It was a pretty intense study session. That's a knee slapper right there. Then again, all study sessions with Kyoko are. I didn't know you could be such a strict teacher.
I must have learned it from my parents. Forgive me for being too overzealous. It's just...
A small sigh.
It's been such a long time since I had an opportunity to talk with anybody my own age. I have to interact with customers at Petit Jardin, I suppose, but that's not really the same. That's probably why I get so carried away when I'm with you. I know you have to go, and I know it's late. It must sound like an unreasonable request after you've done so much for me already, but...
Kyoko bites her lower lip. Ooh, she's doing the lip bite.
I don't want you to leave. Not just yet. Kyoko. I stare at Kyoko, momentarily stunned.
Gasp.
Oh, Kyoko-chan. What can I say in response to a heartfelt plea? I could always leave. The door's only a few feet away. I could apologize for overstaying my welcome, slide my shoes onto my feet, and be back in my apartment in under 30 seconds. That's what I intended, but I think Kyoko needs somebody to talk to right now. I don't want to make her feel lonely, and that's why I sit back down. Mitsuki! Kyoko blinks at me, her long eyelashes fluttering. Aren't you going to go? I was, but... How can I possibly leave after you said that? My heart isn't made of stone. Oh, I see. Me and my big mouth. How big is it, lady? Just ask. I shouldn't have been so clingy. Now it sounds like I was trying to guilt you. I'm not staying because I feel guilty. I'm staying because I want to. Who could turn down an invitation from such a pretty lady? Ooh!
Damn.
Damn, bro. She's going in. He's going in. 10 p.m. at night, late at night, 2 adults in their prime. I know where this is going. One of them's already been seen naked.
Yeah.
Mitsuki, you... Well... For a few moments, I'm worried I might have gone too far. My attempts to be suave, pretty ham-fisted attempts since I've never tried to turn on the charm before. I must have overshot the mark.
Oh, he's overshot something.
This main character might be me, actually.
Yeah, actually.
Hey, sweet.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't want Kyoko to think I'm a sleazeball. I'm not trying to be James Bond or anything. Hey, I know that guy. I'm just saying what's on my mind. But, to my relief... You really are funny. Kyoko giggles. Her shoulders rising and falling beneath her white sweater. Thank you for cheering me up. I appreciate it. Anytime. Now, if you really don't mind staying with me just a bit longer. Kyoko glances at the wooden table where our textbooks are still scattered. We could study even more. Oh, I actually just gave up on her voice. I'm so sorry. We could study even more. Oh, gag me with a spoon. I like you and all, Kyoko, but I don't know if I like you that much. Besides, you get so serious when we're studying. To be honest, it's kind of scary. Okay, point taken. Do you want to sit here for a while? We could have a chat, or maybe, I could clean your ears for you. What the fuck?
What the fuck, dude? What the kind of Japanese shit is this?
Is that normal?
I don't know.
When I was a kid, my mum used to, like, clean my ears with earbuds, but I don't...
You're not supposed to do that though.
Yeah, but...
The earbuds actually push the wax in further.
Go back to your tabloids.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, look, I haven't cleaned my ears for like 4 months. Okay, don't even. There's got the wax. There's a wax museum in there.
That's not. That doesn't help your case. Wax museum. Oh.
My ears. Yeah. Oh, sorry. My ears? That's right. I'm quite good at it, actually. Cleaning men's ears is one of my hobbies.
No, yeah, she's really experienced in that category.
Why does she sound so proud about that? Good question. I clean Tama's ears out for her every couple of weeks or so. I bought a bamboo pick that's really good at keeping in deep at all that compacted wax. Kyoko pauses, blushing guiltily. Sorry, you don't need to hear the gory details. I just thought you might appreciate it. I know some people find it relaxing. Didn't your mother ever clean your ears for you when you were a young boy? She used to, yeah, but I try and fail to suppress a shudder. My mother wasn't the most delicate of people. She gouged my ear canals like she was digging for gold or something. It was a pretty painful experience. She made me bleed on more than one occasion, and I was always terrified she was going to burst my eardrum wide open. Same fear I had. My mum was never gentle about it either.
Yeah, that shit's scary, dude.
She was a piece of shit. I hope this VOD never gets leaked to her. I love you, Mum. It didn't help that she used to show me whatever gunk she's managed to pull from my ear, and with a proud smile would be like, "Look, Mitsuki, look what I found. Must feel so much better now." She did that as well!
Hey, look at all this gunk that I found that was inside of your
Yeah,
head.
she like,
Man,
she
check
like,
this shit out.
she'd like dig in there, pull it out, and then she'd like just put it right up to my iris and be like, "Oh, look at all this, ew," you know?
Yeah.
Ugh. Just thinking about it's making me uncomfortable. The moment I reached double digits, I outright refused to let my mother poke around and around the insides of my ears anymore. The ritual was far too horrifying. Who wants to have a foreign instrument shoved into their orifices anyway? Oh my.
I mean, last episode we had a chance with those dragon dildos, you know. You know,
I forgot about that.
I'm just saying, like, they were foreign instruments. They could have been real.
Yeah, I could have put the Kimpara up the
Yes.
Right. Yeah, anyway.
Yes, just shove the stir fry right up there. That's what Compara is, by
Yeah,
the way.
right up the
Yeah.
nose cavity.
In
Yeah.
every orifice, you just, you know, those bamboo shoots are not going to. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna mute myself.
Good. Oh dear. I can see you didn't enjoy it in the past, but it really can feel good if you clean the ears carefully. Don't you want to give it a try? Well, I frown. I like Kyoko, but I like my mother too. Not in the same way, of course. And that didn't stop her from almost deafening me as a child. Some people like their mums that way. I'll be careful, I promise. Hand on my heart. I can let you rest your head on my lap too. Done! Well, that's a different matter altogether. Why didn't she say so before? If I can use Kyoko's thighs as a pillow, I'll suffer, almost, any indignity. Try not to sound too infused, I don't want to come across as a creep. I meet Kyoko's eye and say, I suppose we can try it out. Alright then. I keep the pick in this drawer here. Just let me get it. Kyoko retrieves the bamboo pick, instrument of torture more like, and kneels back on the tatami mat, her long skirt fanning across the floor. I'm all ready. She pats her lap. Just rest your head here. Is this really alright? I mean, I know I agreed to this, but now I'm starting to have misgivings. Isn't this something married couples do? Dear God, I hope my mum and dad aren't doing this.
I don't think it is something that they do.
It's fine. This is how I clean Tama's ears. I'm used to it. You might be a bit bigger than Tama, but I'm sure I can manage.
Just a little bit bigger.
Just a little bit.
Like 2 or 3 inches taller.
So she thinks of me in the same terms as she does her daughter. That's a bit...
Hey, man, I mean... She has like the thing going on where, you know, she wants to be a teacher. She wants to teach you. So
Oh,
what I'm saying is that, you know...
Oh, teacher, please pick my ears out.
Yeah, don't be naughty. Don't be naughty in class. Don't skip the study lessons, otherwise you get the earwax. Yeah.
Otherwise you'll get carrots shoved up your orifices. Nice. That's a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
But it might make things less awkward. Okay then. I hope I don't crush you. I doubt you will. You're not that tall, Mitsuki. Yeah, you fucking Hit me right where it hurts. Why don't you insult the size of my manhood next? More like, what manhood? I've got a 2-inch pecker. Fuck. I approach Kyoko awkwardly, my cheeks turning pink, and slowly, very slowly, ease my head onto her lap. Kya! I'm facing Kyoko's stomach. My eyes strange a little bit on the waistband on her skirt.
Oh god.
Though my cheek is pressed against the fabric of Kyoko's clothes, I can feel the warmth of her body all the same. My cheeks burn redder and redder, and I'm silently glad Kyoko can't see my face in this position. Kyoko may have no reservations about our close proximity, but I sure do. She smells even sweeter than I imagined. My head is positively reeling. Ooh. Oh, achievement. Pog.
Achievement unlocked, hearing loss.
Mitsuki, are you comfortable? I'm fine. My voice cracks. I'm fine. Making me sound several years younger than I really am. Well, if Kyoko sees me as a substitute for her daughter, I guess that's certainly fitting. Now that's a bit...
That's weird.
That's a bit
weird.
That's a bit of a sad thought. Then, if you're alright, I'm going to start now. Tell me if it hurts, okay? Sure. 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 Kyoko eases the scooped tip of the bamboo pick into my ear. My body tenses as I feel the pick against my ear canal, but, to my immense relief, it doesn't hurt. Kyoko isn't like my mother. She doesn't scrape my inner ear hard enough to draw blood. She barely brushes it. Kyoko's treating me so delicately, it almost feels like I'm being tended to by some sort of fairy. Is this okay? I'm not hurting you, am I? No, you're not hurting me at all. This feels much, much better than I thought it would. I'm glad. Kyoko laughs. I can feel her chest rising and falling above my head. I don't know if that's... okay. This is a little easier than it is with Tama. Her ear canals are so narrow. Well, she is a kid. It's impossible to make her lie still, too. She squirms around so much I worry I might hurt her, and she always complains that it tickles. Is it tickling you? It does feel a bit strange. It's been a long, long time since anyone's cleaned my ears. I know I should get around to doing it myself, but my mother's butchery has left me with a deep-seated trauma around ear picks. But it isn't bad. In fact, it does feel kind of nice. Then I haven't lost my touch. Now, let's see. It looks like you have quite a bit of wax in here. This may take a while. Do you mind? Not at all. I've never really been happy about having waxed my ears before, but now I'm almost thankful for it. If Kyoko and I ever do get married in the future, fat chance of that, I'll have to get my best man to include this moment in our wedding speech. the best man. Though Mitsuki and Kyoko met as neighbors who lived in the same apartment complex, what really bound them together was the nasty deposits of wax in Mitsuki's ears. Then again, maybe not. It might put people off the kind of piss. Kyoko hums under her breath while she works. I, meanwhile, simply lie there, content to bask in her warmth. Time goes by. I don't know how much, with my head in Kyoko's lap. I can't see the clock at the wall. I can't see the clock at all. Neither do I want to. It'd be nice if I could stay like this for a little longer. That's my sincere wish, and yet... You know. All good things have to come to an end. Kyoko's fingers pause. I was thinking of something. What is it? The time really does go by quickly. It was April when we met, but now it's already June. Wait. January, February, March, April, May, It's like 2 months. Before we know it, it'll be summer. Huh, that's right. It really has gone by fast. Almost too fast. Feels like I still haven't been able to spend enough time with Tama. I'm always so busy working. At least I was able to see her sports festival. I couldn't last year. I'm happy about that, but I'm not sure if I'm doing enough. I think you're doing more than enough, Kyoko. You're always working hard. I know that, but it feels like I could work harder. If you work harder... if you work harder than you already do, you might burn yourself out. Well, that's true. I can't afford to let myself get ill. I need to remain strong and healthy for Tama's sake. Being a single mother sounds hard. You have no idea. She's right, too. I really have no idea. I don't know anything, and neither do the other mothers I've met at Tama's school. Maybe that's why Aiko had no problems judging Kyoko. She doesn't know how hard Kyoko's life is, and she doesn't care. I imagine most of the mothers regard Kyoko as nothing more than a curiosity, like something in the freak show. Step right up and see the single mother. Isn't she a mystery? Her partner might have left her, but boy does she try hard. Though they like to gawp at Kyoko and whisper and spread gossip, they don't actually want to approach her. They aren't interested. Neither are they sympathetic. Maybe they're afraid being single is contagious. Do they think if they spend too much time in Kyoko's company, their husbands will leave them too? I mean... People can be so self-centered. It's not fair, but then again, life isn't. Oh, fuck, okay.
Damn. Yeah.
I know that this game hasn't exactly been like upbeat, cheery. Fuck me. The game hasn't like exactly been upbeat, cheery, but like the line, it's not fair, but then again, life isn't.
Sure.
That'll make this game sell.
Yeah.
Ah, that gives me an idea. What idea? A way to spend more time with Tama. We should go on a vacation. Of course, you'd be welcome to come along too, since you've helped us so much. If I had a chance, I'd love to go there. I haven't been in... so long. And I've never had a chance to take Tama. She'll love it. I just know it. Love what, exactly? The beach, of course, you fucking mong.
Wait, that's not part of the script?
Oh, sorry, I've got this separate one here. I wonder what Kyoko looks like in a swimsuit. Do I want to... Is this a good point to end it off on? Been going for like 3 hours.
Yeah, maybe. I think this is like a new segment.
Yeah. Yeah, alright, I'll end it here. Alright, so it looks like next time I'm gonna go to the beach. It's a beach episode. Great.
Great.
Great. I wonder if there'll be a scene where I can see her in a bikini. Ooh.
Ooh.
A MILF in a bikini. Fuck.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching, anyone. And everyone. Anyone who came in to watch during the stream as well. I'm actually saving the VOD this time, so if people weren't able to catch all of it, you can just flick back through it. I'll be doing it again tomorrow at the same time, so 11 PM AEST start till, well, it's about 2:10 AM, so let's say about 3 hours. I think actually pretty decently into this game now, probably about 50% at the very least, 60 maybe, hopefully. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Anyone has anything they want to say to me, just about stream quality, anything, any improvements I could make, feel free to just DM me, tweet at me, follow me on Twitter, donate to Patreon/Shmups.
Yeah. Do that one.
Yeah, do that one. Do that one.
Especially that one.
Especially that one. That one's actually more important than anything. You gotta do that one. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. See ya.
See ya.